I'll let them know we've got guest hosts, and then you guys will introduce yourselves. No.
Guest host, child. Guest host. Where's my notes?
Good morning, people. It is Thursday, the 15th of February. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And as always, I am one of your favorite hosts. Yes, the one you love to hate. The one you love to hate, your favorite shade queen, my own royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst. And of course, the melanin is jam-packed.
Always is, man. And today we've got a treat for you guys today. We have special guest hosts. They are an iconic duo, okay? The girls are stylish, they are cute, they are good vibes. They're who you want to book for your any event you need a DJ at, okay?
Period.
All right. Podcasters, please introduce yourself, my lovely.
Hi.
Wait, you're all zoomed in and everything.
Thank you.
The face card on camera is beautiful. Absolutely lovely.
Thank you.
Morning, ladies.
Good morning.
I'm Prinny.
I'm Amber. We're from Style and City Diaries podcast.
Yes.
Hi, thanks for having us.
No, thank you for coming. We
We're here
appreciate
for the
it.
morning news.
You're such a character. But how are you guys doing though?
Good.
It's early.
It's
I will
early.
say
Rise
though,
and shine.
I think you guys are like the first guests and guest hosts that have come with like morning energy. Like I love it.
Yeah, that's true.
We're usually quite like bubbly. It's just that it would have been worse actually. Would have been more lively.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like so
Really?
early. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like a tame version.
Yeah.
No, y'all would have blown us
Like,
away.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't even like had my coffee
Yeah,
yet.
we're
or
not warmed up.
anything. Like we're not warm.
This is you're
Yeah.
not warmed up.
Yeah, but
Okay.
we also we got the tube together as well.
Okay.
So it's like we're ready, like you know.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
you're
in the
in
mode.
the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I love
but
it.
also we get it. Like, there's nothing worse than having guests that are like, "Hi."
Oh god, don't even get me started.
No.
And it's like,
Why are you here?
oh,
Do you know
why
what?
are you
Not for
here? Why
TDA.
are you here?
Just said it because I still work here. Not for TDA. This was like on radio. I would say on radio, having guests that are not energetic.
Yeah.
On live radio, but then they're known to be energetic.
It's like, this is your career, not mine.
There's one I would never. Obviously, I'll say it off air, but there's one person I would never. I've never looked at her the same way ever again.
Oh, no.
I can never look at her the same way. I'm like, you're fraud. You're fraud. You are a liar. Yeah, that will really it builds character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Builds character.
Definitely.
Brent, how are you doing, E-man?
Can't complain, man. I'm here. Thank God, you know.
Amen to that.
Yeah, man.
Highly favoured.
I'm good. Good morning, Josie Oggers. Good morning, Imi. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, JW. Good morning, Miss Mariah. I hope you all can hear me well because there's also a noise behind me. This young man is making his entrance.
You ain't been in 2 days. You know he has to make an entrance.
You look handsome, by the way.
You can't even see him. You haven't looked at him. Look at the back of his head. Talk about he
I'm
looks
waiting
handsome.
for a response, that's why.
You ain't
So
responded.
compliments would do it.
He's
Nope.
doing. He's on other things.
How are you, Esther?
I'm good, thank you. Blessed and highly favoured.
To me.
Move, man. Move. You lost your moment. So you talking to me. Your moment is done, love. But no, I'm good, thank you.
How was your Lover's Day yesterday, Esther?
My Lover's Day was lovely, thank you very much. How was yours? That what?
Wow.
Oh, you made me sick. I'm your sister. You will not speak to me like that. No, I told you, man. We're on this celibacy journey. One of us is taking it seriously.
That's it
Okay, we
together.
see each other. I love that. Love that for us. Yeah.
Are you in a relationship?
No, girl.
Oh.
See,
Wedlock we're talking about.
Don't.
No,
start.
but
I know
fornication.
exactly what
Are
you're
you,
going to say.
are you dating
Talk about
anyone?
not at the moment, no.
So when people say they're celibate but they're single, it's not really a test of anything, is
no,
it?
oh, baby
There-
girl, it is.
I could. Yes, it is. You could.
No,
No,
you
as
could be
in, like, if
single
you're
having sex.
dating, if you're not dating, if you're not, is there a chance that you could have sex?
Yes.
Is there an
Always.
option?
Of course, there's always
Okay.
options.
I don't know.
Baby girl, there's
I
always.
feel like the real test of celibacy is when
like-
you're dating someone or you're linking someone, and then you actually have to test whether you have self-control.
No, because people who are single lack the self-control. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, they
No, but
lack the
guys
self-control.
are different. Guys are
Now,
they're
even
just-
no, but you can be a woman who's not dating but is
Have a very
Getting
fruitful
your
sex
backbone.
life.
have a very active sex life.
Yeah.
But that means you have the option to, like, you're talking to somebody who you're not going to call like 10700 getadick.com, you know.
Don't get a dick dog.
No, but you know,
That'd be a lit hotline.
you could like. I just feel like just because you're single, it doesn't mean you can't practice celibacy.
Yeah, 'cause
It's
I
not.
actually
It's
think-
not like you're celibate. Like you're actively choosing like not to have sex because you could go and have sex
With who?
I
If
actually
you're not
think it's
talking to anyone.
Yeah, you don't need to talk.
Yeah, but you
need
don't
to talk
have
to
to
people.
be
No,
like
no, you-
talking to
yeah.
someone. There, come
I'm
on,
about
are
to
you
blow
telling
my
me there's
shit
no
up.
one like
On the
ring
apps.
ring? Not
Yeah,
on
that's
the
talking
apps,
to
but,
someone.
Like, you could have.
Oh, you mean like just phone a friend? Like, do you know,
Yeah,
okay,
like
right, I'm with
y'all
you.
don't have FWBs.
I actually think it's easier when you're in a relationship or you're dating somebody because, well, I would date someone who also is celibate.
Yeah,
So I find it easier than when it is that I'm single. Because,
that's interesting.
yeah, it's interesting, yeah.
Great
God.
self-control.
You find
well done.
being celibate easier when you're dating someone.
It would be. Because I'll be dating someone who's also celibate. So we can encourage each other.
Okay.
But when I'm not in a situation,
The man that
it's
trying to entice
only,
you.
my strength comes from the Lord.
I obviously completely get what you're saying because it's like
Yeah.
when you're dating someone, it's like let's get it.
Yeah.
You know,
that
like
we
whenever
won't
you
know.
want. So it's obviously much harder to
Yeah.
like be like no.
Because you know when you're not dating somebody, but there's people you talk to. There's conversations that are floating around. So I think the temptation's always there.
That's interesting. Maybe I'm different. When I'm not talking to someone, I'm very much not.
But the problem is when people are popping up, thinking the door is not closed, but I keep letting you know the door is closed. How are you, Marks?
I'm alright, you know. I'm good.
What a way to start, bloody hell! Hello.
Nice to meet you, man.
Brent, how was your Lover's Day?
Yeah, it was good.
Did you get any love?
Oh,
Definitely. One love.
no, listen.
I know.
Ja Rastafari.
Jar and that, it was absolutely amazing. So, it was absolutely sick. So we watched
What was
that
that?
yesterday. One Love.
Oh, Bob Marley joint.
Yeah, big up the Kickback for inviting us. That was a lot of fun. So that's what I spent my Valentine's Day evening doing. It was a lot of fun.
I
Sorry?
said unity. He said no. I unity.
Do you know when that finished? She said, "There's no you, there's no I, you, whatever in the Rastafarian
no
culture,
we,
religion." And then he goes, "Okay, unity." She goes, "No, it's I unity." It was absolutely proper sick. Like it's made me want to, because I don't know much about Bob Marley. Obviously, I grew up in Nigeria, and Nigerians love Bob Marley. I realized a lot as well. A lot of reggae songs I know. Bob Marley.
100%,
Who would have thought?
yeah.
I didn't know that. So that was a lot.
Clue, you know.
I didn't have a Scooby, mate. I didn't. I was like, oh my gosh, I know that song.
Oh my god.
Didn't have a clue. So it's made me want to like look into his life and everything. Like he was absolutely anointed, man. Like what an impact. While watching it, I was thinking, imagine if he was alive today. It'd be so amazing. But he was an amazing character, man. Like amazing. Also, the casting was on point.
It was sick, innit?
Casting was on point. The guy is,
What age
dare
did
I
he
say,
die
Bob
young?
Marley reincarnated.
36.
36.
So how old would he be if
36,
he was
yeah.
alive today?
Bare old. But it
It's a bare old.
yeah. Might be like 80.
He wouldn't be
Yeah.
Like
80. What kind of maths is
79, like
that?
79 or
He died
something.
at 70 something. What year in?
He died in like
No,
81.
81, yeah.
Oh yeah, he'll be 7. Yeah, he'll be about 70, 80.
That's
maybe.
too much.
Yeah,
That's a
tapped
lot.
out of that maths.
Yeah.
In my
I
mind,
was
I
like,
definitely
heavy
thought he'd be like 50. That's why I was like, if he's alive, he'd be so lit. No, he'd be retired.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But it was really, really good. It was actually so great to learn what he's done, all that kind of stuff. And it was really, really good.
I have a negative, though.
Oh, of course you do. Actually, I should have said that. We got guess. Nah, but I was just joking.
It was too short.
Yes, it was. Because I did not want it to finish when it finished. And I was
How
like,
long
oh,
was
like,
the movie?
it's about an hour,
I'm
15.
Oh, that's
Oh,
really
15?
quick.
It started about 8:15.
Aren't movies
Okay.
meant to be like
Actually,
an
the
hour
movie,
and a
maybe
half?
an hour
45,
and
I
30.
think. Yeah,
hour 45 is too
hour
short.
45.
It's too-
No, for
No,
for
but
Bob
this
Marley.
one, you're so
Yeah.
engrossed in
okay,
the
okay.
story that when it ended, it just felt premature. And then they said, obviously, then they put the text part where they're like, oh, he died. I was like, well, you could have shown me up until he died.
Yeah, there was a lot more detail.
Hour
to the
45 is
Then
too
he
short
died.
for any film anyway, man. You can't. There's no
you go.
real good.
Listen,
films
Avatar,
in an
sometimes
hour
wrap
and
it
a half.
up. Sometimes wrap it up. Some
Yeah.
films wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap
Yeah,
it up, wrap it
definitely
up.
some films, but like the life story of Bob Marley. Imagine giving
Yeah.
us Fella in an hour and a half.
Yeah, you can't do that, man. You can't do that. It was really good. I was thinking that, he's actually like the Jamaican.
Yeah.
He's Jamaican, right?
Yeah. You didn't watch my love?
Oh my.
No, because he might be, I don't know, he might be mixing something else. I don't want people to be offended that I left out that part.
Jamaican.
Don't be silly. Don't be silly. You're making a scene. We have guests and you're embarrassing me.
Why?
But I think, oh my gosh, he's like the Nigerian fella, basically. But it was actually so cool, like to see someone just have such a passion for like unity and peace and all this stuff. Like, it's so amazing. What a priority to have in life.
He would have hated this day and age.
Oh yeah, he would have been so shy
He
for
would have been
us.
so disgusted,
He
like
would have been.
what everyone's turned out to be.
I think that sometimes with some great leaders, and I think if they were alive, like MLK, oh gosh, he'd have been so disgusted. You definitely would have called Jonathan Majors up and said, "Keep my fucking name out of your mouth."
But do you think?
That's what he would have done.
But do you think if he was here, maybe the trajectory wouldn't have been like where we are today?
Nah, I think people are destined. I think we're destined to be where we are today. Some of you are adamant that you're going to be where you are, and I think people would have gotten the day they deserve.
I reckon he would have been arguing with Dr. Umar on Instagram.
Can you imagine? Can you actually imagine that?
But he learned that love for humanity from the Rastafarian. faith, right?
What's the last
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his girl put him. I said, "Look at you! I told you so yesterday. He who finds a wife, honey, you find a good thing."
Yeah, he showed.
And he did.
She showed him the good thing.
She
after
showed him the good thing.
She smashed him.
She showed other people, but she showed him too, and that was what.
I mean,
That's what
after she
matters.
smashed him.
I'm
Is
so
it inside joke?
confused.
I mean, I
didn't
don't
get it.
I don't actually know that much about
So
Bob Marley,
basically,
to
he
be
tried to
fair.
confront her,
It's
about
normally-
cheating,
No, no, it's normally. Tell him about the religion, then get with them.
yeah.
She had sex for us and they said, "Hey, come to my religion."
And he did, man.
Oh, she learned
Willingly.
maybe
After
the
the
goods.
But they did it. They got it. They got it done. There was a scene where he tried to, because I saw a tweet the other day, but I didn't take it in. But there's a scene where they tried to say, well, he confronted about cheating or something like that. And
He was cheating.
Yeah, he said that she was.
Wasn't he cheating? Didn't he cheat?
He was.
on
And
her?
that's exactly what she said.
Yeah.
That's exactly she flipped it
Because,
back. I said, well, there you have it.
And that's where No Woman, No Cry comes from. The song, because that.
Yeah, because she was like, you got me out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, you got me out
Looking
here
a
thinking of your other
fool.
kids.
Yeah.
I said, well,
Yikes.
How did you? When did you watch Emmanuel? I didn't know you watched it.
Yeah, I went out yesterday, innit? So I watched it earlier.
Who did you go with?
Has he got his two gal in there as well? The
good.
singer one. Are the two gal in there as well? Are they prominent in there?
what
Who?
to go?
But his
The
wife.
side pieces. Oh,
The singer one, the dark skin one, the singer one.
yeah,
Yeah,
Rita.
Rita.
That's his wife.
They only showed her like they gave her the respect. Like
Oh, but his Ava Jones is
Because she's a
proper
producer.
thing as
She's a
well.
producer on the show, Imagine me producing a show about my ex-man, right? And you think I'm going to include the concubines?
Did
Who
you-
No, but
loves
the
to
light
gloat.
skin things is proper John as well, though.
yeah.
She
He
posted
loves
something,
that gal. Use it
yeah.
on stomach.
I thought she was the wife with her Insta
She
post.
was.
Who, which
No,
one?
the light skin one.
Oh, no,
She
there was
is.
another
She
one.
put-
No, there was
Oh,
another
no,
one that
he married
posted.
both of them.
You mean
He
Damian-
loves both of them equally. I promise you.
You mean Damian Marley's
Equal
mum?
rights.
What are you talking about?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
That's why Damien was. I was thinking, how is Damien
Yeah.
Marley? So his mum is different to Rita.
Yeah.
So she's the tweet I saw. So she posted something on
Yeah,
Instagram.
like the
And
love
people
we
were like,
shared.
yeah, people were like, first of all, ma'am, you're not even the wife we know, kind of thing.
But she
But-
understood that he was for the world, as in.
It's for the streets.
Yeah. No.
It's for the love.
No. 100%. Just for her.
So it wasn't
he's
really one love, was it?
I can't. He needs to be shared.
Ain't you seen that Bob Marley clip? The greatest quote in the world. The only person unfaithful to his God.
Women are down bad.
You don't know about that? John Rastafari.
Ja Rastafari.
Did that feature in the film?
See?
I'm gonna take your word for it.
They done it.
They
They
should've put it
needed
in
more
the
They
detail.
never done their due diligence. I would have made sure.
You would've made
that
sure.
line was in the movie.
Yeah, they need to tell the truth when they do these things.
Do you remember? Did you clock? There was a scene where I think they briefly showed a woman who had like a Miss World.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damien's mum.
Yeah.
was like a beauty model.
Pageant.
Yeah. So I think that's her. That's her little cameo.
So they
thing.
didn't reference her at all?
No.
Oh, stop.
Oh no, but to be fair, they showed.
That's
yeah.
erasure.
Do a
No, but maybe
movie
at that
about
point-
Bob Marley and not include everything about
If
his
I'm
life.
Damien, I'm
But
pissed.
maybe at that point,
Where's
though,
my mum?
first of all, as Damien, you got a song with Wizkid, you can calm down. But maybe at that point when they showed us his life, she hadn't come in the picture yet. Because the part when we see her is like, you know what, it was after they've said he's got cancer, he's passed away. Let us know he did end up
he
touring
died of
Africa. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so it was like a after his life kind of thing. You know when movies, when they show you like a biography or something and they show you their life, but then at the point it stops, they let you know what happened after what they've shown you. So she comes in after that,
After,
basically,
okay.
a picture of her.
She did that on purpose.
They definitely did. I would.
She was like, bitch, anybody got time to see
Nah.
this?
But I think
She's a
it's
better woman
because,
than me, though.
I think it's because a lot of the time when you show them type of things,
Yeah.
they think the world may view them through a negative like lens, innit?
I'll be honest with you, because I am a little bit shy for him that he was singing all of that and he was fornicating. You're adulterer. 100%. So I'm glad they didn't show in the movie. Don't change what I know now, but I'm glad they didn't show in the movie.
But if
It takes away from
if
the-
Rita was fine with it, you know. What's the
Yeah, but
problem?
because Rita was getting hers as well.
This is it.
Because when he confronted her, he was like, "Oh, you think I don't know what you're doing?" And she was like, "What am I doing?" She said, "Go on, what am I doing?" He said, "Oh, the guy you got in Jamaica." She said, She said, and you are doing this, and on top of all of this, you've even got me taking care of other women's kids. Now check that, and he didn't check it. He just stood there. Feeling
How
sad
did you
for
find
himself.
that part, Emmanuel?
Which part? What, looking after other people's kids?
Feminine teeth.
not at all.
Which part?
That
Where she said
exchange.
he's cheating.
Yeah.
Did they
If
play
you
No
say
Woman
it's
No
lies,
Cry
I
after
said, I'm gonna throw
that?
something at you. Don't you dare say it's lies.
I'm a different man, so I'm seeing things positively, guys. So yeah, you know, life is, you know what I mean, it's about balance.
You'd be a great Nigerian politician. You know?
No, because what did you even
I said
say?
it's just, you know, crinkum crankum of it all.
There's no balance when it
That's what I
comes to
heard.
cheating or adultery.
Look, yeah, exactly.
What?
I'm
I said,
crying.
yeah, look, exactly.
You got it.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. No, but it was a really good film. I would say people should definitely watch it. It was really, really good.
Did you feel inspired, Emmanuel?
Yeah, 100%, man.
Especially when his wife, the real one,
Not the real one, child.
told him that he's gonna become the message.
That
That
was powerful.
exchange.
Yeah, 100%.
It was a powerful film, you know.
It is.
Very
This
powerful.
is why I felt some type of way that it was too short.
But then again, I wouldn't want to be in the cinema forever. Though.
Yeah, but 2.5 hours, I feel would have been
That's a long time. I wouldn't have.
perfect. You wouldn't have though. There's so much more.
Because you know what it's
to his
about
life.
cinema? I love going to the cinema, but there's a point during the film that a bit of tiredness hits me, and I start to yawn. I'm like, ooh, but then I pick back up again. If the film picks back up again, do you get what I mean? So I think I think that they could have maybe gone like extra 10, 15 minutes, but 2.5 hours. That's a documentary, love.
Do you know, I don't know why, but I got the feeling that it was one of those things where it was like, you know what, let's do this film, best of our ability, and maybe if we get a bigger budget, we can do it again. That's the kind of feeling.
budget
I
looks
got.
sick, though.
Yeah, it was. And I kind of find it hard to find. I kind of find it hard for them, in my opinion anyway, that they'll find a better Bob Marley, if that makes sense.
That guy was
'Cause
perfect.
that guy was
Who
on
played
point.
him? Not that I know his name, but I need to
can't
look
remember
it
his
up.
name.
I'll get his name. When I saw his face and then they started showing real pictures of Bob Marley, I said, nah, Bob Marley, what's it called? One Love, isn't it? He was perfect. The cheekbones, everything. Oh, Kingsley Ben Adair.
That's it.
But he don't let Bob Marley here. Hold on, sorry.
He's in. He's in.
He's in.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Is he British?
Yeah.
yeah. What's he in?
I think
I
He's
can't
in
remember, but he's
things.
in. Yeah, exactly.
Also, the lady from The Woman King,
Here's the face up, bro. Let me see.
Lashana, Rita.
Yes, and from Star
She
Wars
was
as well.
absolutely amazing.
Oh, I love her.
She's good, man.
I love
Her like patois and everything was on point. I said, girl,
Yeah,
I had to wonder whether she's actually of Jamaican descent.
The young Bob
Is
Marley.
she African?
I don't know, you know.
Lashana
Lashana
Lynch.
Yeah.
It's giving.
I don't think so.
Ain't she the one that was?
Caribbean.
Yeah, Lashana.
Ain't she the one that was in Oh, you just said it, innit?
Yeah, Woman
The
King.
Woman
Yeah.
King.
She's absolutely amazing.
And Star Wars. It's like a spin-off.
Yeah,
of
she's
Star
in
Wars.
Marvel.
And
No, but
there's
there's
a
an
Disney
English.
thing as well.
There's an English
It's a TV show. Or...
something like this. Yeah, there's a TV. What is she?
Oh, she's in James Bond or No Time to Die. Is that James Bond?
Oh,
She's in Matilda. The musical.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's in some.
Oh, is that Bob? Yeah. I can't remember what else he's in, but I've seen him before.
It was really
Yeah,
good.
he's in
He's
like
British something.
yeah.
So what is
I
that? A
want to say
lace
like
front?
crime stuff, but I don't know.
It was definitely a lace front though. It was really good though. It was melted.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, he looks fine.
Could you, okay, here's my truth
No,
as well.
guys,
Yeah.
don't
I'm
I
just
love
like,
seeing a man with dreads. Don't get me started.
Okay.
Really loves a
Listen,
dread.
Here's my truth. Because when I was watching this, I know it was a serious conversation being had, yeah. But I don't like men with hair. What? I don't believe in his and hers oiling of scalp. I just rather not. It's just not my calling.
When you say that, do you mean like
I mean, I like my men with a level 1 or
like,
bald. Yeah,
See, I
like my men with no hair.
I have difficulty with that.
Oh,
I just get so
No.
scared.
scared of what?
The bald head. It's just like, but why are you bald?
Just 'cause it sounds like a phobia. I'm scared that I can't see a bald head.
But it's just like, where's your hair? Like
Where's
obviously
your hair?
in some. Okay, I think that's more towards people who like actively
Like,
choose
okay, intentionally did it
to be
Yeah.
bald. Like if you like, I get it, and that's fine. Like things happen, but like, why have you actively chosen to
have
not
no
have
hair.
hair? It's so scary. And do you know what else?
Do you
as
want
well?
me to answer, Brent?
She's asking you a question.
Because obviously I just want you to concentrate more on my face.
Are you bald?
I don't want no distractions. I'm
Yeah.
BBC.
What's BBC?
Boy by choice.
Why?
She's so concerned.
So concerned. I said, why?
Like,
What made this happen?
Just wanted to compartmentalize.
okay.
All right.
Well, good for you.
All right.
Good for you. Anyway, you know,
If you like it, I love it.
and if you like it, I'm your number one fan. But like, yeah, I'm just like,
No, that's really my bag. But watching that yesterday, I did think, okay.
No, I love a dread. I just
saw the
can't
vision.
I can't do the starter pack. Like if you're growing your hair,
the maggots.
grow it
Yeah.
alone and then come back to me when it's grown.
Yeah, I was
don't-
gonna say it was gonna be wild. Yeah, I agree.
Let's say I want to hear.
No, it's like little flies in your head, and I just can't deal with that.
yeah,
That definitely,
flies.
Little
yeah,
flies,
it's giving
yeah.
me
I
the
call
ick.
them
That would give me
maggots.
the ick.
It's
I don't want to see
maggots,
any
yeah,
start of
yeah.
your journey.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry.
leave me
Call me
alone.
when it's a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tap in then. But yeah, it was really good though. Big up the kickback.
Michael Ward as well. He was in it.
Oh, was he?
Love Michael
Bless
Ward.
him.
I
He
feel
can
like
never
the
do
roll-
wrong in my
The
eyes.
rollout's
Okay,
not
girl.
been so great for this. I don't think they've
Excuse me?
been much
It hasn't
press.
Pop Brixton had an event that about
Yeah,
20
but
people
we
went
know
to.
about it because we're there. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's.
He was really good. I just didn't like when they gave him dreads.
Has everyone got dreads in this film?
Some people.
His
Why is
kind
it
of
Jamaica?
short, though. His
Yeah,
was
but
short.
that's a
Yeah, it was, that was
stereotype.
so icky.
just
That's a stereotype.
He just looked like the
It's
Steve Harvey's
Rastafarians that
wigs.
have dreads, not Jamaicans.
Oh, no, you remember it was in Jamaica,
Excuse me.
Pardon?
Esther.
Oh, shut up.
Now you remember it was in
Oh,
Jamaica.
you close your mouth.
I'm clipping you up in.
Whatever.
That is wild.
Do your
Was
worst.
he Jamaican?
Do your worst, Brent. Do your worst.
She was doing all the accents as well, you know, Max.
Oh, was she?
Oh, and
I was right.
she thought she had a license because she was sitting next to me. She was doing it.
Every time I say Ja, oh, yeah, Michael Ward with locks was not it. I never want to see that again, if I'm being honest. It was not it at all. But anyways, we've got a Spotify comment to read out.
It's
Hold
so
on.
funny you said it, that he was good. He just shot him and ran.
It was good. It gave me Jamie. Because obviously Jamie was taken too soon. If you haven't watched Top Boy, it's a sad story. But Jamie was taken too soon, in my opinion.
Did they kill him? I
Oh.
didn't watch it in the end. Sorry.
Amber.
No.
Come on.
Honestly, it's still coming up. I just didn't have time.
Yeah, he got
to
got.
watch it.
He got
Who
got.
got him?
Sully.
Swear down.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was horrible. In front of his brother as well.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
man, it was sad.
I
Wasn't
wasn't
didn't
that
watch
like the
it.
season
It
before?
was like 2 seasons ago, but it's
Oh.
It was the end of the
I
season
forgot.
before.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You definitely don't want to watch the newest season. You'll be shocked to know who dies next.
Yeah.
Who died? Oh, go on quickly. Just give me a quick one. I'm not gonna
Who,
watch it.
it was Thingy Jax's girlfriend. No, is that girlfriend? No, her
The
sister.
sister.
Sorry,
Oh,
sister.
she does die.
Yeah, yeah, and then also Sully.
I have such
Talk
bad
about
memories.
spoilers.
Sully dies.
Yeah.
Talk about spoilers.
Yeah.
Sorry,
did say-
spoiler alert.
This is crazy.
That is so
Bro, the
sad.
show's about 2 years old. bro.
You haven't watched it, have you?
Oh, that's it. That's
You
it.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, last question.
If you
then we
don't
can
know what
wrap it up.
happened, you don't really care.
You don't care. You
Yeah,
don't care.
no.
You don't care.
Who killed Sully?
The shame.
Don't-
Deshane.
Shut up! Man! Do you know what? It's always going to
I'm
happen.
so sorry you
Fucking
came in and
shame.
said this is what's happening to your morning. She's like, man.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what's happening. So yeah, that's why I say he was good, because it gave me like a glimpse to James. I said, look at you. So good with a gun. Love it. Anyways, we've got a comment from Spotify. I think this says Prophet. The way it's spelled. I'm gonna just go with that. And it says, having lost my sight 2 years ago, I can definitely agree my perspective on life, especially now with no social media interactions, was a blessing in disguise. Shout me for more. That'll be interesting. That's an interesting conversation, actually. Because basically, I made reference. We're talking about Valentine's Day and whether it's got more pros and cons. And I was talking about how it is that people measure love for themselves, how it is society measures love. So like people don't really know what it is that they necessarily want. It's dictated by what society says.
Yep.
And I was saying there's a lot of things that we wouldn't care about if we didn't get insight into other people's lives. So I was saying, for example, if we were blind, we wouldn't care about how it is that we look. If we didn't have social media, you wouldn't know how someone else is living to know that you should feel discontented with how you're living, all that kind of stuff. So that's what the person's made reference to.
I beg you, reach out to us. I don't know how it is that you do it. Maybe from some speech to text, whatever, but write your email in the Spotify comment section and we'll
Yes,
contact you.
please.
We'd love to know how you even found us, to be honest.
Yeah.
How does life look like? How does it work?
Yeah, that'd be really cool, actually. But thank you. Big up you. And we've got a comment from Mercy who says, "Good morning, people. Absolutely love these ladies' podcasts."
Hey, Mercy.
Thanks, Mercy. So sweet. The fact this is used not defrosted is sending me.
No. Give us another hour.
Yeah,
I
you're
love
going to
it.
be like, oh my gosh, we can't have them for like another 10 years.
Oh dear. All right. So we get into our headlines.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
All right, people. So our first headline: 4 people, unfortunately, have been killed in an extensive wave of Israeli airstrikes in Lebanon, launched after Hezbollah rocket fire killed a soldier in Israel. A woman and 2 children were killed in the southern Lebanese town of Suella. This, according to state media and security sources. A man who Hezbollah identified as one of its fighters were killed in Ashit. Israel's military said that it hit Hezbollah infrastructure in response to a deadly rocket attack on its base in the northern Israeli town of Safed. Hezbollah fighters have exchanged fire with Israeli forces almost every day along the border since the start of the war between Israel and the Palestinian group Hamas in the Gaza Strip in October. The clashes have raised fears of a wider regional conflict. Next headline brings us to Labour. Are you guys Labour supporters, by the way?
Yeah. Well, not right now.
Okay, this is very interesting.
I just feel like they're not representing what I believe Labour should. They've like lost complete respect. So right now I don't know where I belong.
Okay.
But otherwise, yes, I'm Labour in inverted commas.
Okay. Vinny?
Yeah, more or less the same. I think that the Conservatives, it's enough now. They have to go. But I don't think Labour are coming with a strong opposition, and their leader is just very questionable with a lot of things. So yeah,
No integrity.
but I
that
probably
man.
will vote Labour because what am I going to vote? Green Party? Like, it's
I
not-
actually think I might
I don't know.
this time round. Labour doesn't deserve to be there either.
So then we're just going to get Conservatives again
I think it's going to be a very different vote
this year.
vibe this year, yeah. With everything happening with like Palestine, Israel, I think a lot of people are very upset. A lot of the Muslims won't vote for Labour, so who else are they going to vote for?
Right, true.
You think they'll vote for the Tories? They might
No
go Green
way.
Party.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I
Okay,
think they'll
cool.
vote Green. I feel like Green, they might not win, but there'll be a very large
Okay.
like
Representation,
rise, yeah, for Green.
Okay, interesting. Well, the Shadow Defence Secretary has said that Labour will follow the hard evidence to ensure anyone who does not meet the standards of the party will be investigated. His remarks come as Keir Starmer's party was plunged into a damaging row about the handling of antisemitism allegations with parliamentary candidate Graham Jones, who was suspended on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, the Labour leader, Sir Keir Starmer, addressed the controversy for the first time since the allegations broke. And he came out and he said information came to light over the weekend in relation to the candidate, and there was a fulsome apology. Further information came to light yesterday calling for decisive action. So I took decisive action. The Labour leader said it's a huge thing to withdraw support for a Labour candidate during the course of a by-election. It's a tough decision, a necessary decision, but when I say the Labour Party has changed under my leadership, I mean it.
What did the guy do? Do we know what he actually did?
He was talking about Israel. He must have said...
They're basically like
It- yeah.
pro-Palestine.
Yeah, they need to
Yeah,
stop.
exactly.
Anything
It was-
pro-Palestine is apparently, it's like loads of people have been suspended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every time I see it, I'm just like,
It's not anti-Semitic.
yeah, so if I don't believe what you believe, then I'm just in the wrong.
Yeah.
But there's only one right here, and the right is pro-Palestine.
Because that's the same
why.
thing they did to Jeremy Corbyn.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And-
ciao.
And this is like 2 in a row. So I think end of last week and the beginning on Monday, same thing happened with a guy called Azhar Ali as well. So he came out and was talking about he believes Israel kind of let down their security on purpose to kind of justify going on the all-out onslaught of Hamas.
Right.
So obviously when people heard about this, he got suspended. And this same guy, like a couple of days later, he must have said something. I heard the audio, but same sort of generic stuff that most people are saying in support of Palestine. They don't expect the MP to say. So, yeah. Keir Starmer's kind of, not kind of. He's got rid of him.
wanna
Yeah,
start,
that's the
because
thing. I'm
if I
just like, let me
start-
not get you not
I
banned
just
on
want to say
YouTube.
one thing.
Yes.
Israel is such a highly, what's the word when you have loads of cameras everywhere?
Secure, surveillance, high surveillance.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
got so much high surveillance, and you're telling me they didn't know that this attack was gonna happen. Like, let's everyone open your third eye. Like, let's be serious here. It's just so hard to believe that they had no idea when like Palestinians can't even get past certain. Do you get what I mean?
But wouldn't that, one could say that's the average Palestinian. But those who are like deeply entrenched in Hamas at the top making those decisions, surely they're not going to be doing it like where they could be seen. It's going to be underground, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if their move is to basically just strike in a matter of 5 minutes, it'll be hard for Israel, right?
I just feel like a lot of people that are speaking out, we're not pro Hamas at all.
Of course.
But it's very clear that the response is just disproportionate.
Yeah.
It's insane, it's out of hand, but you're not allowed to say that because then you're anti-Semitic
Yeah.
or you're against the more powerful entity in the battle.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really sad and it's messed up. There's no freedom of speech. And I just pray that it gets better. I don't know, like, what can you do? If politicians are not allowed to speak up, who's
Yeah.
Yeah.
who's
Oh no,
gonna
they
do
are allowed
anything?
to speak up.
They just lose their job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a
Ridiculous.
crystals babe?
Am I a crystals babe?
Yeah,
No, I don't really tap into crystals.
but a third eye and stuff. But
No. We just say that, like, open your third eye and wait, or I'd say wake up and smell the coffee, either or, but not because I like crystals. It's just like, can everyone wake up?
Well, our last headline is about Suella Braverman. I feel like we haven't heard from her in a while. And she's come out and said that white people should not be made to feel guilty for being white.
Yeah, she has to go back and tie them.
Oh,
We've had peace.
yawn.
Please.
This is amid claims that the countryside is racist. So the former Home Secretary said that it is wrong and dangerous to suggest the countryside is not welcoming to ethnic minorities because it's predominantly white. And she said it's wholly disempowering for non-white people to be judged by their skin color rather than by their character. Ms. Braverman was responding to a report by Charity, Wildlife and Countryside Link, which said a perception that green spaces were dominated by white people can prevent people from ethnic minority backgrounds from using them. So writing in the Daily Telegraph, obviously she responded and she said, this view is not just wrong but dangerous. We need to stop making white people feel guilty for being white. Ms. Braverman claimed people are frightened of losing their jobs if they challenge the groupthink of white privilege and unconscious bias awareness. She also said, best just keep your head down, they think. So in her Telegraph article, she also said, it's essential to relentlessly challenge the left-wing identity politics. It's a symptom of a deeper problem within our society. The urge to constantly view everything through the lens of race or gender, plead victimhood, and point the finger at an oppressor.
I've got a question. It's a rhetorical one. I just want to know where all this arse licking gets her. Because white people literally don't like you anyway. So like you know, being like, for the people, for the whites, like gets you nowhere. It's just insane.
But maybe the powerful whites like her. You know what I'm saying? The
I
ones,
think they use her to say what they want to say that they can't say.
But if she gets her position, if she potentially replaces Sunak, if Sunak loses when he loses the
Is that where
election,
she's going? Is she serious?
you never know.
Oh,
You
she
never
needs
know.
to be FFR. Come on.
Because she's made her position clear that she's not supporting Sunak on pretty much anything now. So if Sunak loses the election, which he obviously will, then who's going to be the next leader?
She's definitely pushing for leadership of the party.
I don't think she has enough support within the party though to lead. But
Not yet.
this is how you start, right?
That's why she's waiting, isn't it? Like you say, she'll try and do it after they lose. Because after they lose, they're going to be in the mud.
True indeed.
Because the party's damn bad anyway, innit? Because they're in control, they're getting away with it, if that makes sense. But once they lose and the power's gone, the Conservatives are going to be damn bad. That leadership race is going to be, it's going to be mad. When obviously she's starting from now.
But remember, the last poll, obviously these are kind of unofficial, but the last poll, they were saying that Kemi Badenoch is the favourite.
Why did you smile when you said that, bro?
No, because I'm thinking the black woman, head of the Tories.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but she's not the kind of black you want. She's not the kind of black that black people
Yeah.
Yeah.
support, because she doesn't see herself like black people.
What if she was a Trojan horse?
She's not. That woman means what she says.
No, that would be funny.
She means exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
She means exactly what she says. I
That'd be
wouldn't
the
trust
plot twist.
Kemi. Hell, I'd take Boris Johnson back.
No, please. Come on.
Oh.
No, over Kemi. Kemi is actually denying institutional racism. I would take Boris Johnson back, because Boris will tell you, yes, it is racist, and what next? At least I know what I'm dealing with. Kemi will fully gaslight you and be like, no, it's just in your head. It's just because you're poor. No, Kemi can find someone else. I'm here for black excellence in that, but not in that right. No,
Okay.
But don't you?
She said selective black excellence.
that's right.
Don't you like
That is right.
Don't you like a Kemi Emmanuel? She's in a party that you mostly agree with. She's black. She's a woman.
Everything. I mean,
Sorry,
So
who do you
annoying.
vote for?
I voted Labour all my life.
Oh.
But he's conservative at heart.
I just feel like, pretty much like you guys, there's
No,
no...
don't rip the girls in. Speak for yourself. Stand on
would
your
not
own.
win anyway.
Please, you can't feel like me if you're considering a
never
Tory,
win that.
but continue.
No, I'll tell you why. Because I feel like I don't support any party. I support whatever party is good for black people. That's the only thing I care about.
Yeah.
So if you're going to put in a policy that's going to benefit black people and working class people, which I identify with, then that's what I care about. You know what I'm saying? And if Labour's just reacting, there's no creativity, no coming up with something that's going to benefit us, then why am I voting for you? Loyal for what? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I sit.
That's a really good way of looking at it. I've never looked at it like that.
Interesting.
I've just been like, back the Tories. You know?
So it took you a couple seconds to change your mind there.
Whoa.
Brent said you're standing on business. Brent said you're not standing on business.
No,
Don't listen to
I just said it's an interesting
When
way
I
of
click
looking
this,
at it.
when I click this,
Listen.
it needs to look as though you disagree with him. Come on.
I disagree
All right.
solely. I
That's not making the cut in the clip. I tell you that now.
I just understand I understand your way of thinking. It makes sense, but I'm not gonna now turn around and be like, well, because of that, I'm gonna vote Conservatives.
And
I'm
remember,
not.
and also, I've never said I'm going to vote Tories.
Right.
I've always just said, when I look at certain people's economic policies, if those policies are good for us, especially those of us who want to be entrepreneurs, and maybe there's lower corporation tax, there's more chances for us to get second properties, things of that nature that can benefit black people, right? And it's conducive for generational wealth. That's what, again, I care about. You know what I'm saying? I have no loyalty to Tories. I know they don't like me, but at least they told me they don't like me. Keir Starmer tells me he likes me,
Right.
but he don't like me. You know
don't
what I'm
know
saying?
what working
So
class is.
you don't even know what working class is. Confused. I don't understand what's going on there.
He's the
So
worst.
yeah,
Oh, honestly, he's terrible.
I just feel as black people, we just need to ask ourselves questions. What's best for us? Let's
Yeah.
not just do what our parents did. You
And
know what I'm saying?
I think that's the most important thing. It is about looking at the policies they're
This is
pushing,
it,
and a
yeah.
lot of people don't. They have those blind allegiances, like, well, I'm black and I'm working class, so I'm Labour, and then you
this
don't
is it.
actually know what
Precisely.
agendas they're pushing forward.
Precisely.
So yeah,
And that's obviously not me saying let's not hold the Tories to account. We definitely have to. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel as though Labour they just need to do better, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like get us behind you again.
So you're prepared to accept more Tory reign?
I just don't want foolishness, man. And the
But
thing
you've
is,
had foolishness.
Yeah,
You've had foolish. The Tories have been foolish for the past 8 years. How long has it been?
13 years.
13.
Yeah.
I said 8. I don't know where I was going with 8.
But the thing is, and again, this is not me saying I'll prefer the Tories. It's just me saying if someone's going to replace you, let me feel as though you're going to be better. And all you're doing is just reacting.
Yeah.
You're just reacting.
That's
you need to be
ridiculous.
proactive.
They've had too long. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't even matter what comes in next.
Something could be worse.
They have to go. Like, they just have to. It's just that point now. It's just like when the football manager, like, and the results don't go the right way. And we know he's a good gaffer, but the results just ain't going the
It's
right
enough,
way. And he
yeah.
just has to go.
Yeah.
Like, they have to
you've
go.
had your time,
also have
Yeah,
to-
they've
you've
had
had your
their
time.
time.
You
It's
I understand.
Don't worry. Give me 4 more.
Yeah.
No.
They
Sorry,
13.
moving.
It's
I'm not gonna leave you.
literally
You're
it's
done.
that bad now.
Yeah.
They have to go. They've had too long, bro.
But you know the thing is, and again, I agree with what you're saying. I believe they should go as well. But the thing is, if for example you're a team, Premiership team, and you're averaging you're averaging 4th place, for example, and you're saying the manager should go, understand that there is from 4 to 20 that you could go. You know what I'm saying? You can only go up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying
That's
stay with
that's
them.
Champions League places. That's a false equivalency again. These last 13 years we ain't been in the Champions League
I love
places.
football chats.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't got a
Like,
clue.
You get what I'm trying
Yeah,
to
man,
say?
Premier League, Champions League.
You know what I'm saying?
We're
No, you're
mid-table.
right.
We're mid-table going relegation. So
I get what you're saying, but I just feel like, again, let's go to boxing.
Where's the confidence coming from that they would tell you the truth this time around?
Who told me the truth?
Conservatives.
I think everyone's lying to me.
No, 100%. But his point is, you've lied for the last 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you now going to even consider giving them another 4?
Because
based on what they tell you they're going to do.
Because Labour's telling me something, and even though it's likely that they could be lying about the thing they're telling me, it's not even good enough. The leader of the party doesn't know what working class is. He meant to represent us.
So there is a chance that you would actually vote Conservative.
No,
If
this
it
is
if
trying.
it
I
is-
just may not vote, or just spoil
You
my
may not
vote,
vote?
or
you
vote
have to
green,
vote.
or
This is the first time
Lib
I've
Dem.
if
ever
they
heard you say
if
that.
they win, the country deserves
Or spoil my
everything it
vote.
gets.
Oh
Vote.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
These are a glutton for
100%.
punishment.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Like
100%.
every single last thing
100%,
that happens.
100%. But again, remember, like we said on the show, we're all gonna obviously bring the policies to the table and we're gonna discuss it. And if Labour's the best thing, I'm gonna vote Labour again, 100%. But my thing is, I just want you to be better. That's all it is.
Sorry, I just want to make a disclaimer that I'm not voting for Tories, and I will. I'm just like, and I'm not voting Labour either, but I'm voting Green. That's
No,
I just
100%.
wanna
Again,
make that
I've
clear. Oh my god.
No, again, I've never voted Tories in my life, right? But my thing, and I voted Labour all the time. But I'm just asking myself, wait a minute, like we're getting older now. We can't just keep repeating nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like Starmer's not doing anything to at least make us feel like, you know what, you represent us. And I feel like that's the bare minimum. The bare minimum. So, and you guys have said many times that Starmer's just a Tory guy with a red
I
tie.
believe that as well.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, he's Tory
what's-
light, but that's why I was telling you that you should like him then. If all
No.
the Tory policies you're kind of leaning towards, and if he's Tory light, you should like him.
No. I like the taste of a donut, not just something that looks like a donut. If it's a jam donut, I wouldn't bite into it and get jam. Don't tell me it's bloody
Custard.
you know what I'm saying? Don't tell me it looks
That's
like
illegal,
no.
first of all.
The worst.
I can never trust anyone that has custard donuts. You're a murderer. There's no way you are a thief. There's no way you are
Cold
somebody to be
custard.
trusted.
You know what I'm saying?
But you liked Boris Johnson, Emmanuel.
No, stop saying I like.
Are you one of
Boris
those that's like,
Johnson.
oh, he's so charismatic?
No. Do you know what it is? I like leaders, who don't, again, in context, please understand the context, who sometimes, like, when they feel the pressure, they're not waved by the pressure. This is why I gave credit to Corbyn. Even though I didn't like his policies, I was like, I like the fact that Corbyn is strong and he doesn't care that you guys don't like him.
And
I think
he
that's
stood for the same thing for years. Like
There you
he's
go,
always
yeah.
fought for
Exactly.
the same things year after
Exactly.
year.
No,
I
don't
just
say exactly.
question-
He didn't like Corbyn.
I questioned his economic
he was
policies.
weak.
I did.
What's going on here?
I've never said Corbyn's weak. That's
did.
not true. No.
Yes, he did. It's too
Bring up the clips.
Again, thank you very much.
Do you know what's
And I
annoying?
said this last
Do you know
time.
what's
I said this
annoying?
last time.
No, but that's not a fair thing to say because this is a daily show.
Yeah.
Who is going back flipping 100 episodes ago?
Somebody who's listening can go.
We
and
are
find it.
400 and something episodes in. Sir.
Listen. Again, we seen what Corbyn's done, right? When he was sacking people left, right, and center. I like that part of Corbyn. You know what I'm saying? You need strong leadership. This is why, again, I felt similar to how I'm feeling now about Labour when it looked like Ed Miliband was going to be the leader.
Oh,
And I was
God.
like, no,
That was a
we
terrible time.
can't
That
have
was
this. You know what I'm saying?
Awful time.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
We've
what
really
I'm
been
trying to
through
say.
it, man. It's just been
I think it all went downhill from then.
yeah.
Ed Miliband, and then it was
After
just,
Gordon Brown, it was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a wrap. It was a wrap. And I think now as well, just to kind of wrap up, I feel like obviously Labour's being controlled by some unseen forces within the party.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it from like now, how they're responding to certain people who want to come out and picket with working class people, with the unionists. They're getting told, stay in your house. Don't go and do this. Things that typically is what Labour Party MPs would be doing. This doesn't make sense to me. You're sacking Corbyn as well. You're getting rid of Diane Abbott. All types of foolishness.
Yeah.
How can I stand with a party like that? You don't represent me.
No.
So that's why I say what I say. But yeah, man, done with headlines.
All right, thank you. Let's get into what you're saying topic of the day.
All right, people. So today's topic of the day. So this was sent in by one of our wonderful listeners. Again, this person sent in a different topic of the day, maybe like 2 weeks ago. I'm not too sure if they want me to mention their name yet, so that's why I'm not mentioning their name. But the question for today is hypocrisy a genuine problem that we should tackle? Is there a place for hypocrisy? If you want, you can kind of leave it, like kind of confine it to the black community or just wider life. It's up to you.
There's place for it if you're quiet.
Okay.
mean,
If you're quiet, there's place for it. Because
Yeah.
two will know that that's what you are. But when you're loud as heck, then you deserve the day you have, or the day you get.
I think it depends on the subject matter. Because
Okay.
I know in my day-to-day, I'm a hypocrite. I change my mind every minute. Do you know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
it's
same.
natural and we all are. But if you're, like you said, I guess in the public eye, you're like standing for something or you have like really deep moral beliefs and the life you're living behind the scenes is very contradictory, then I feel like in that sense, hypocrisy is very bad. It's dangerous. It's misleading. But if it's like innocent stuff, then I don't know. I think it's cool.
Like I would be like, oh, don't buy clothes from this place because da da da, and then go and buy clothes. Like,
Okay.
no one's gonna die, you know,
Unless they die.
unless they die. Yeah.
Okay, like obviously everyone's moral compass is different, right? But if you look at, for example, just to bring up One Love again.
Have we gone around the room first before you continue?
Yeah, everyone's gonna touch on something.
No,
Okay,
just as
Mugs.
just as a...
Balance.
Is hypocrisy a genuine problem that we should tackle? Is
How
there
do
a
you
place
tackle
for
it? I don't know how you tackle it. Everybody's hypocrites.
Shame. That's how you tackle it. Pull people out.
But to be hypocritical, the same people calling people out are doing fuckery.
And there we have it.
So you're saying, okay, there's a problem, but it's a problem that can't be dealt with.
I don't know. I don't know how. When you say you could tackle it, how do you tackle the hypocrisy?
Not too sure.
I think everyone's just be quiet, you know. Because I think is that. So I feel like sometimes when your shit is out and people can see it, people feel like they've got the moral standing to criticize you.
Exactly.
But what you're doing is in secret.
Yeah.
And you know what you're doing is in secret. But you're in the same boat as this person that you're publicly like lashing. I don't believe in that. But if you're quiet, we never would have known. And people wouldn't bring...
Yeah.
You wouldn't get this you moment because you were quiet about it.
Okay. But
I'm going to take this stance where I say that it should be eradicated before against, especially when it is that you have these times where people are judging people left, right, and center over this particular conflict, and they aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing or asking for others to do behind the scenes. Them, they need to be flogged.
Sounds personal,
Absolutely
right?
flogged. 100%.
Sounds personal.
And I'm only doing that because everybody else in this room is saying no. It's just for balance. Just for balance.
Just for balance.
I'll present the argument.
okay, well, let me present a couple. In fact, let's go to the whole One Love thing. Like, for example, the entire world believes that Bob Marley is a great man. I do, 100%.
He's a great man though.
100%.
Tell you who's not a
Without-
great man.
without
Gandhi.
question.
Sorry. I've had a vengeance against Gandhi since I studied him at uni. You know?
It's like, now how are you like getting into
No,
it?
literally.
No, why am I in it? Sorry.
No, but there'll be people out there who say, you know what, okay, look at the situation with him and his wife and multiple kids and things of that nature. How can you call him a great man? This, that, and the third. Is he a walking hypocrite? You know what I'm saying? So in something like that, would you say, like, what do you feel about that?
Why is he not great? Because what?
Because he's
Because he's got like, you know, multiple kids and
Stepped
obviously
out,
it's not
which
like
is
It
everyone's-
depends. Because
No,
if
but
he
everyone's
was...
kind of seems
Sort of
different.
It
foolishness.
depends though. Yeah, but
is
your
not
moral
a-
compass is in the bin.
That is not a barometer of
It
a
depends.
man's,
There
of a
you
man's
go. There's a
greatness.
compass I speak of.
Huh?
That's the compass I speak of. I think it depends. If he was preaching about
doing the
not
Lord's
cheating on your
work.
wife, and if he was talking about family
Monogamy.
values, not cheating on your wife, making sure you love your wife, and da 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 da. If he was preaching about that stuff, and then he was out here loving more than his wife, absolutely he's a hypocrite. But if he wasn't touching on that, then he just was the man he was.
He
And we'll
wasn't a
just leave that
hypocrite.
to-
He was loving. There's one love. Didn't you just watch the film?
Yeah, one love, and
For
he had
all.
multiple loves.
One love for all. It's the said love for everybody. What are you talking about? He's a lover. You get what I'm trying to say? Love God, love weed, love gal.
There's no weed. There's no you.
You get what I'm trying to say? There's just I and I. There's no weed, there's no use, just I and I
I
love.
found that so funny, you know, when they're praying to God, but he was like smoking weed. I said, that's
Yeah,
Yeah, because
you
weed,
need
God,
to connect,
God
man.
God put weed in the earth. Said, here, take, smoke.
Wait. He said, what are you saying?
I'm saying when they were praying,
So what?
To
God
God.
doesn't like people who smoke weed?
I didn't say all of that. You need to calm down.
It's a natural herb. It's a natural herb. It's from God. It's of God. Weed is of God.
That's fantastic. I didn't ask anyone to defend weed. I'm just making a point that I found it funny that when they were praying to God, they were smoking weed.
So can you pray to God to eat tomatoes?
No.
No?
I'm praying to God. I'm focusing on God.
Because
So no.
they're just all of the earth.
Can you,
get what I
can you
mean?
be praying to God and having sex?
Father
Actually, I'm not
God.
asking you.
You
I'm asking you.
you don't do it all the
I won't
time.
hear it.
You don't do it all the time.
Who's you? Are you sick?
You scream to the Lord.
First of all,
Are you there?
I
Gal,
said you're a hypocrite.
you're all hypocrite because
You're all
gal
hypocrites.
love bringing God into sex.
I don't.
Father God.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah.
Father God.
I'm shut.
I
That's
said,
why I was
"Ooh,
like,
God."
I can't even say anything.
I'm not involved in this. Okay?
You don't
I
love
am-
bringing the God into the bedroom.
I don't
Stop
know.
the foolishness. See?
We
This is
French.
hypocrisy.
We have been
It's
right,
right.
child.
Hypocrisy is right.
I know what you're talking
Thinking
about.
that
You just
like,
proved
I was
it.
gonna be outed.
He just proved
Not
it.
involved.
All right.
E-man, over to you, sir.
So how do we solve that? So is this something that I
Is it
guess
something that we
needs
should-
to be solved?
That's the question.
Okay,
Because like that whole situation was very
I think if we get into examples, because it's very vague at the moment. But I think if it's hypocrisy, calling out hypocrisy, and to do with I guess cancel culture, because that tends to come into it. If you think someone's been a hypocrite, I don't believe in cancel culture. I believe in educating people, and I believe in giving people grace to grow. And if they don't grow on this subject matter, then I think tune out. I also don't believe in the whole announcing that you are now cancelling this person. I don't care. I literally don't care.
Yeah.
If you didn't, there's a lot of people I've cancelled that no one knows, you wouldn't have a clue. I could be in the same room as them, you wouldn't even know. Because I don't feel the need to let everybody know or to get a rally behind me to say, hey. And I think that's the problem today, is that people, you might think someone's a hypocrite, but it's not enough for you to think that. You want everybody to think it with you, and I think that's an issue.
Okay.
But, you know, that's my 2 pence.
Makes sense. But do you feel like, again, like even when you mentioned about giving people a chance and things of that nature, are we kind of just using our own moral compass to judge if somebody has taken on that chance you've just given them, for example?
Yeah, but I mean, when I say how you're able to judge it is if there's a repeat of the same behavior.
Yeah.
Like people always say, what is it? The best form of best apology is change behavior.
Yeah.
So if, for example, if for example someone does something, and I educate them on it, right? But then they go ahead and do it again.
Okay.
Clearly, you haven't learned from that first time. So I can, at this point now, choose to tap out. So that would be the metric of how I know whether you've grown or how you've grown. So it's not necessarily to do my moral compass.
Yeah.
It's more like there's a way to measure that. There's a way to look at that.
The reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like there's different degrees to change, right? Let's just say I was somebody out there talking about Congo, right? But at the same time, I have a contract with Apple. I'm promoting the new iPhones, the new iPads, everything that comes out. I'm getting paid to do this, yeah? And then I get educated about it. I said, you know what? Let me stop the hypocrisy. I'm going to stop. Yeah. I stopped working with Apple, but I also buy the new iPhone, the new iPad every single year, would you see that as changed behavior?
No, you're a hypocrite.
So I'm still a hypocrite,
Yeah.
even though I'm not pushing anything to people.
Yeah, because what you're doing, you're just hiding. So what you're doing is, before you were doing ads and you were letting it be known that this is what you're going to buy.
Okay.
But now what you're doing is you're essentially just hiding what it is that you're doing, but you still know it's wrong because you've said you've grown and you've learned more. You're just quiet about it now.
Do you get where I'm coming from though? Because one could say, you know what, I'm a YouTuber, I'm not getting paid to do the devil's work, but as my job, I still have to buy the latest products to tell people. Like it's my job.
But that's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But you just have to accept you're a hypocrite.
All right.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Okay.
I'm like that's okay. You can do it. I'm of the school of thought that anyone can do whatever they want to do.
100%.
But you also need to understand that someone might think you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to live with that because you are.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So yeah, you might feel like, but then there's there's ethical ways for you to go around it. But you chosen the way that you learnt is harmful to this particular country, for example.
Yeah.
And so now you're just not loud about it because you don't want the public lashings. But you're still doing the same thing that's gonna get that puts the people in the same boat.
Yeah, of course.
So you're not quote unquote woke like you think you are.
The reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like, again, I fully get what you're saying, but I feel like anyone can kind of draw a line where they say, you know what, this is acceptable to me and this isn't acceptable to me. Because in my line of work, let's just say I'm a YouTuber, like I said, the same example, I'm not pushing Apple no more, but I am buying the product. And this is I'm self-employed now as a YouTuber. But at the same time, I won't ask you in your job to leave your workplace because you use Apple iPads to input stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it for my job, I should stop using this, but in your job, you won't leave your job to go and get another job that doesn't use Apple's products. You get what I'm saying? Everyone kind of has different levels for what they say is okay for them.
No, but I think the conversation around Congo, for example, and technology is essentially recycling products. So like it's to do with
Instead of buying
sustainability.
Yeah.
So with that, if you're creative and you feel like you need to buy new stuff, new every time, you have to accept that you are a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Because you are part of the problem. But because the issue is because obviously I've seen this online a lot, and people from Congo they've made it clear that it's not necessarily the fact that, okay, yes, I'm talking about free Congo and I'm on an iPhone, yes. However, moving forward, am I going to go and buy a new product? Am I going to feel like I have to have every new product that comes out? No, I don't. Do you get me? So it's really to do with that. So if you're creative and you didn't know about all of this stuff that's going on, and then now you're like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm going to do better. But then you're saying, well, because of my job, I have to buy these things.
You don't have to.
You don't
do
have
anything.
to, love. There's other ways around it. You don't have to do that. But you're choosing to do that, and you're choosing to put your needs above what it is that you say you say is important, or you say you are convicted about. There's that.
Yeah, I feel like also being aware is like way more worse. Like, you know what you're doing is wrong or hypocritical and you're doing it versus that ignorant hypocrisy where you only really find out when you get caught out. Someone calls you out about it and you're like, oh God, yeah, actually, to be fair. So, yeah, your example, I feel like that's very bad of you.
Okay, I hear you. Do you feel like there's any good sides or good things about hypocrisy?
I think if your stance changes for the better, then yes, because we always think hypocrisy is like bad because typically it's related to bad things. But if it is that, I can't think of a really good example. But do you know what I mean? Like,
it's like, because I think like we talk about this a lot. Like it's like opinion change. It's like, oh, but yesterday you were saying this, and all of a sudden now you're saying that. But it's like if the other thing is like for the better, then isn't that kind of what you want?
Yeah.
But then some people are afraid of that change because they don't want to be like, oh, but like it's like you have to be set in stone in like the way you think or your opinion on something or what you are. So then when you change, it's, oh, you're fake, you're this, you're that, you're a hypocrite. So then how are people meant to develop?
Exactly. Personally, I feel like
But some of it is performative, and I think there's a very thin line between someone who actually has learned something and changed their opinion on something, and someone who's like, oh shit, I need to do this because I'm gonna look bad.
Yeah.
And like it's like finding that difference. And like,
is it a negative thing to change your opinion?
No.
Not at all.
I don't think so.
I don't think it is.
growth.
It's growth, exactly.
Yeah,
I
it is
think I
growth.
do think it's. I
Obviously
think it's growth.
depending on like the context
Yeah.
of what it is, but
But my theory is, I feel like people will criticize you because really and truly, I think people criticize people for stuff because it holds a mirror to who they are and they don't like what it is that they're seeing. So because really and truly, a lot of times, not a lot of times, but sometimes when people change their opinions, they've changed their opinion for the better. So they're now where ideally the person who's criticizing them should be as well. But because you've left them behind in the way of thinking, they feel like, oh, you're just being a hypocrite and you don't really believe that, da, 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 da. But it's because there's a mirror to your face now and you don't like what you see. And for some reason, my change in opinion makes you feel aware, makes you feel insecure about yourself. And you don't know how to deal with that emotion.
Are they the same thing? Changing your opinion and being a hypocrite?
No.
So just because you change your opinion, just because it's done for if you change your opinion and it's in a negative, if it's in a positive way, then that's changing your opinion, that's fine. But if it's in a negative way, then you're a hypocrite.
But isn't hypocrisy like a negative term anyway?
Yeah, because hypocrisy is you telling someone to take out the plank in their eye where you got a whole tree in yours. That's not a direct quote, but it's me like saying, oh, Mark, you shouldn't be drinking. But yeah, I'm 3 shots down. Do you know what I mean? Meanwhile, I'm doing it. That's what hypocrisy is. But if I was drinking with you yesterday and then today I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to drink anymore because it's not healthy, it's not da-da-da-da-da. That's not me being a hypocrite because I've changed my perspective.
Yeah.
But again, so I know we've got something on the screen quickly, but isn't it one of those situations where because everyone, almost by being a human being, is a hypocrite? It's like, why are we electing ourselves to be moral judges? Because in that same situation, you may not see yourself as a hypocrite, but as somebody who's on the outside, I may say, wait a minute, Esther, why are you're not a hypocrite? Because you know what? You may have a drinking problem. So that's why you're taking like 1 or 2 drinks, you know what I'm saying? And so you are in every position to tell Marks not to drink because you know what it's like to be like held bondage by the drink. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's hypocrisy either though. Because it's essentially you teaching somebody things that you've, like your life experiences.
Yeah.
So it's just because if someone's made a mistake before and then they say to me, oh, do you know what, I did this before, I don't think you should do it. I wouldn't say to you, you can't tell me not to do it today because you did this yesterday.
Sorry, I think the point I'm making is from the outside, I may call you a hypocrite for seeing you drink, but also hear you tell him not to drink. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that's you using the word wrong in my opinion.
Okay.
Because if you saw me drinking right now in the present, and I'm telling someone in the present not to be drinking,
that's what I mean.
But I'm doing it, that's different. But if we were drinking together yesterday, and then today I'm like, you know what? I saw this thing online and decided I'm not gonna do da. I don't think you have a leg to stand on calling me a hypocrite. Because
you're talking about the past.
Yesterday's price. It's not today's price, baby.
Yeah, no, but
different.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in the moment. So you right there telling him. And this is why I gave the example of you being, well, obviously, God forbid, not you.
So I've got a drinking problem and I'm drinking at the moment, but I'm telling him not to drink.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear all that.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, I don't know you have a drinking problem. You see what I'm saying? But on the outside, I'm saying, wait a minute, look at this hypocrite over there talking this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
I just don't know. And it's like, I feel like there's so many things that all of us on the outside, we may point the finger, say certain things, but we just don't know. We're not privy to anything.
But it's like parents will smoke and be like, don't smoke, darling, it's terrible for you.
Yeah.
Fag in hand.
Yeah.
But it's because it's like, I know, like I'm smoking, I'm addicted to nicotine, but please don't do this for your own good because I know what it's like. I guess it's the same thing.
Actually, I don't know if I would call that person a hypocrite then.
Yeah, because...
But somebody could.
Exactly.
Someone could.
Think about
so like,
part.
well, the child, let's say the teen is like, how can you say I shouldn't smoke when you're smoking, you got a fag in your hand? But they're like, I think that's that same alcoholic thing.
Yeah.
We've got a comment that says, from Ginagis, as a parent, I do bear things that I tell Azim not to do. And I'm okay with that because I'm the adult. It's okay for me, but not for you as a child. I hear that as well. I don't think that the parent necessarily being a hypocrite. There are situations, I feel like it depends on the circumstances for certain things. I think if it was like, if it was someone to do, say someone's addicted to something and they're saying, do you know what, don't get to it because it's a slippery slope, I would see that more as advice. I wouldn't see that as hypocrisy. But if, however, I did go on to do it and then they start getting at me hard and heavy, then I used to calm down. Because someone gave you the advice, you didn't take it to relax yourself.
What about adaptability? Do you feel like it's okay to be a hypocrite if maybe your overall agenda is a good one?
No, I need an example.
So let's just say I was I don't know, my belief system meant that I don't eat pork, for example. But I'm trying to proselytize and get you to believe what I believe, right? and there's a bunch of different things that you do that's not good in your life, whatever. But I know the best way to maybe get to you is maybe to dine with you, to sit down, eat, break bread together. And so I eat the dishes you eat, right? Just so I can have that connection with you, right? But then at the same time, with time, I'm telling you, stop eating the pork, this, that, and the third. Do you get what I'm saying?
Sorry,
plate as
did
well.
you sit down and eat the pork with that person?
With them, yeah.
What, to build a relationship?
Yeah.
That is
Yo,
absolutely crazy. I'm looking
Yeah,
at you
you're
like,
standing on any kind of business.
yeah, no.
You're not even trying to start a
I'm
business.
not taking you seriously
give me a plate.
at all. Like that is, I understand like the thought process of like, oh, if I do what they're doing, then maybe but that I just no, I don't see how that can.
Because that's how a lot of missionaries did their work. Loads of Christians, loads of Muslims around the world, they would have, they I guess believed in meeting people where they were. So many things that they wouldn't necessarily do, that was part of their belief system, right? They kind of did or allowed around themselves so that they can meet those people, and then with time,
Meet their
introduce
agenda.
introduce different
trickery.
ideas. Not trickery, but just
Yeah.
not. I
Like
guess
you're
it's more so.
bamboozling me. Like now you're putting
It's
the
like
ball.
entrapment.
Yeah.
Is it really though, or is it me just not judging you and saying and make you not feel that this is a bad thing?
No, but I feel like you can
Not
not
do it.
judge someone
Yeah.
and still stay true to your belief
Yeah.
systems.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I mean, there's so many examples, but you can be a Christian that likes to go out, you go nights out, but maybe you don't drink. And that's absolutely fine. And I think people will actually respect you more and actually be maybe more open to hear more about your cause, or you may come across a bit more endearing because it's like, wow, like you're out with us, you're raving, you're having an amazing time and you're not drinking. I want to know more versus me going, getting crazy drunk. Wait, let's do this again. A couple weeks later, and I'm like, wow, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm a Christian. I don't actually drink. I'm trying to cut down. It's just, it seems a bit silly. And then I'm looking at you like, you're weird. Like, how are you trying to teach me something that you don't even have an ounce of self-control or discipline? I don't know. I feel like it just goes, it might have the opposite effect sometimes.
Do you feel like it depends on the extreme? So, for example, let's just say I'm a Christian who's trying to proselytize to you, evangelize and whatnot. And yes, I don't drink and I don't go to clubs, right? But I'm willing to go to the club with you because that's the only time I'm actually going to actually talk to you. Is that okay for me to do that?
No, I'm also sorry, disclaimer, I'm not saying that Christians shouldn't drink and shouldn't go to the club. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, of
but
course not.
I don't think there's anything wrong with going to the club. But if your stance, and there's also nothing wrong with drinking, but if that's your stance, like, I don't drink, but I want to meet you where you are, where do you go? You can still go and have a good time and have a dance and a little wine and whatever, and not drink, and still then follow up and be like, that was a great time, let's catch up, let's talk. I just don't think you should do things you don't normally do just to meet someone where they are. You can meet them where they are on other things that are common ground and common interest. I don't think it has to be at like such a mad extreme.
Okay. Brent, what do you think about that? And Marks? Do you think there should be limits?
Run that back, King.
Should there be limits to? Do you see like there being, I guess super extreme limits that you just shouldn't cross when it comes to meeting somebody where they are, to try and bring them over to your side?
Well, like you eating pork.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got their own morals, innit? You got to draw a line in the sand. Why are you gonna go against everything you stand for just to like just to connect to somebody or whatever? If that makes sense. You're gonna like, so like all your morals and stuff go out the window for that person. That doesn't make sense.
Is it a thing of all your morals going out the window? Is it more so, you know what, this is the place where this is the only common ground that we could potentially have?
Yeah, but where do you stop? Even that example that you use, like saying that eating pork, there's some people that's never going to do that.
Yeah.
And
But
it's
is
for
it
their
that
personal
common,
reasons.
though?
What about religious reasons? If someone done that, if someone's Muslim, but they sat down and ate pork with you, like,
Yeah, of course. I get you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Obviously, I don't want to make it like too like scriptural and stuff, right? And I know there's some nuances here, so I don't want to make an overall crazy statement. But in the New Testament, right, you look at Paul, you look at Peter, both of them proselytizing to Gentiles started to do what the Gentiles was doing.
Like?
And eating pork, doing, you know what I'm saying? Doing certain things that as Jews, right? Yes, they're now Christians, whatever. But as Jews, part of their culture and tradition they just would never do.
Yeah,
but they said
were
something
followers
about that,
of
though.
Christ.
Say that again?
They were followers of Christ, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Jesus said it's fine to eat
Yeah.
swine and to barbecue
Yeah,
it
and they did
and
because
to grill it.
yeah, and okay, I said yeah too quick.
Sweetest meat.
Okay, that's great. And also because there was people that felt convicted and felt that were basically judging other people that were eating the meat and whatnot because they thought they didn't want to. And Paul said, don't judge people. Like if you are comfortable doing that, then that's fine. If you're not comfortable doing that, then that's fine. So that example's not sticking.
No, the reason why I say that is because if you remember, like Paul was angry at Peter because Peter did exactly the same thing. Paul basically, in your example, is perfect because he was basically calling Peter a hypocrite. Peter was going and chilling with these people, eating pork, but when he went back to his people in Jerusalem, he didn't eat no pork, and he was talking about how pork is bad. So Paul was like, wait a minute, don't be over here trying to eat pork with the Gentiles, but then come back and start changing your mind. It's either you're this or you're that. You see what I'm saying? So, but I'm trying to say, I think from Peter's perspective, it was more so, I'm doing this and I'm able to preach Jesus. I'm able to do those things. You know, I'm meeting them where they are. Paul said, I become many things to many people. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm getting at.
And then when those people don't follow your agenda or tune in or whatever it is that you're trying to do, then what? You've just gone completely against what you believe in everything at like your own expense.
Yeah,
and now
I guess it wouldn't be something that's so crazy. So for example, it wouldn't be like, oh, let me start insulting Jesus if I'm preaching Jesus to you. You know what I'm saying? It'll be maybe something small to them. You know what I'm saying?
But it's to them. That's the thing. Something small to you is big to somebody else.
Precisely, it's true.
So in that example, you're basically trying to say that's the positives of being like hypocrisy can be positive.
Potentially, yeah.
I don't understand the example.
Yeah, I don't get an
Which one?
example, and I can't even comment on it because I didn't. I'm today years old, knowing that Paul and Peter had beef, but
Yeah, that'd be.
yeah, I'm not taking your word for it.
I can find scripture later.
So, so essentially, you're telling me that Paul was bringing Jesus to the Jews, yeah,
To the Gentiles.
the Gentiles. Sorry,
Yeah.
right? Because he was now a follower of Christ. Yes,
Yeah.
this particular new faith that was different to the Jewish faith
Yes.
advocated for eating pork. Yes.
Yeah. He was fine with it. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Not that he was fine with it. What you initially said was that you were looking to do something that you was against your particular faith
Yeah.
in order to bring something new to them and then have them change their mind about the thing that they were doing, right?
I'm kind of coming from the perspective of, let's just say I'm somebody on the outside looking at what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily that I believe that pork is a good thing to eat. It's more so me observing that, wait a minute, yesterday as a Jew, it was a bad thing. Today as a Christian, you've now opened up the gates.
That's what I don't understand, because the guy who was spreading the new news, he was covered by this new governance. He could eat pork. He wasn't sitting down with them doing something that was counter.
Unlawful, yeah.
No, I get what you're saying, but
So I don't understand an example.
that's what I'm saying. I'm talking from the perspective of somebody who doesn't necessarily believe that.
So
if I'm
so the guy who he was with previous, he didn't know that he was now a follower of Christ.
no, he does. But remember, Paul never met Christ in person. You know, he never did. So if I'm on the outside, I'm looking. Again, I'm taking that position just to say, can someone see hypocrisy?
So it's
as a
just
good
ignorance
thing?
then.
Again, everything ignorance. Because at the end of the day, you're standing outside, you don't know
that he was
certain
now
things.
under a different covering.
Perhaps it could be that.
Then change the example then, because it's
But at
not
the same
what
time-
it's not what you started off as when you were there saying, if I am a Christian and I go into a brothel and I participate in the activities and I tell them, hey, we shouldn't be doing this. I don't understand the
Okay,
comparison.
but again, this is what I was talking about. There's certain limits. There may be certain extremes. Because somebody may say, you know what, brothels are totally prohibited. But someone may say, you know what, I'm fine with sitting outside of a brothel and talking to the women or the men that go in and out of the brothel. You see what I'm saying?
That
fine.
doesn't breach your
This is what
things that
this is
you
exactly what I'm
stand for.
saying. But somebody, if I'm outside and I'm walking by and I think, wait a minute,
Yeah.
I saw this guy preaching to me, a bloody from South Central, giving me handing out stuff about his church. Now he's just sitting outside waiting.
evangelizing.
That's
No,
fine,
but I
man.
don't know.
So
he
doesn't
might be waiting his
everything
turn.
just come down to context then?
Say again?
And everything just comes down to context and
I-
like
I
point
guess
of
so.
view,
I
I
guess so.
suppose, of like
Yeah.
where hypocrisy comes in.
Exactly. And I think also to add to my previous point, I think it's more so because a lot of the time we can label people as hypocrites because we just don't know the full story and never will. So we're always going to be hypocrites
But I feel
by
like
someone,
Yeah, sorry.
according to somebody
Yeah.
else.
I feel like part of the problem is people don't mind their business there.
Period.
That's really like,
Yeah.
when I think about this, that's the bottom line.
Basically.
If everyone just minded their business, then you wouldn't be having to worry about whether someone is a hypocrite or whether not. And because even if someone is a hypocrite, it has no bearing on you personally. So you might be an outsider looking in. There's a reason why you're an outsider. So mind your outside business. Yeah.
We judge people on such limited information.
Very.
Like, I love Twitter. I think it's an amazing place. I have a whale of a time, lots of jokes,
gosh.
lots of laughs. But sometimes when it's trial day, which seems to be every other day, we're vilifying people based on like, I've seen 2 tweets and I feel like I know the whole story.
Yeah.
And it's
And you
crazy.
don't.
There's something I saw, I can't remember what it was, but it was just the one tweet, and obviously you can tell that there's limited characters and they haven't covered their life history. And the person just drew this conclusion. I was like,
How did we
like,
get
where did you
here?
get that from? So I think if people just mind their business, it makes sense. This might be the same thing. No, it's not. So Greek says, I saw a tweet like that yesterday when a hooker said one of her clients was telling her Muslims shouldn't be selling themselves after the session. So
as
he
in the
sold
man-
himself.
Yeah, as in the man's a Muslim, right? The client
Okay,
is a
so
Muslim.
he slept with a prostitute, and then said that Muslims shouldn't be entangled with prostitutes. Yeah, people like that. But that's the thing that I would just be like, you're an egg, and that's it. You're not a serious person to take seriously in this conversation.
What about, I guess, looking at like geopolitics or something? So let's just say, for example, we know that maybe there's certain things going on in your particular land where you're a president, prime minister. You're kind of suppressing certain people, certain group. But then I'm kind of friends with you because I feel like overall, your influence on the world stage may be that, you know what, maybe the world's a better place. So let's just say, I don't know what's going on right now in the world, right? With certain countries. Do you feel like that's kind of a good thing about hypocrisy because you're kind of overlooking what you may perceive as smaller inconsistencies for overall good? So, for example, everyone can say, you know what, there's something about every single person that you know that you don't necessarily like, right? But you're overlooking those smaller things because there's something good about them also.
Because
Yeah.
you said, I just want to make sure I got it right. You
Yeah.
saying go and break bread with the op that's oppressing people because of the power and influence they may have, and you can use that for good. This is actually the problem with the world.
Not
though.
not
This
necessarily.
is why, yeah,
that's
we
so
make,
common.
we make life comfortable for these bad people because of all the power that they have,
Yeah.
and we empower them to continue doing bad on the basis that if I'm an ally with you, it's going to be beneficial for me and mine.
It's not necessarily that I'm saying it'll be beneficial for us, but it may be beneficial for the region. So let's just say, if I'm cool with you, I can prevent you from having war with everybody else in the room. But I'm kind of overlooking what you're doing to Esther. Do you see what I'm saying? So instead of a big war in this room, I can kind of be friends with you, be like, cool, look, listen, this, that, and the third, So you don't go to war with Marks, Brent, Amber. But I'm kind of overlooking what you're doing to Esther. You see
But
what I'm saying?
don't you think a lot of
It's
people
not
do
fair,
that
but
though?
it may prevent wars and more
No,
millions
but people
dying.
do that on a smaller scale as well, where they feel like they can be essentially they feel like the best way to bring about change is if I'm in the room.
Precisely.
You know, but again, something like that you have to just accept whatever people think of you. Some people might think you're a sellout,
Yeah.
and they might not. But you never really I don't think there's a definitive answer for that.
Yeah.
Because it depends on perspectives and how you see. You might actually think, you know what, yeah, being outside the club, you actually couldn't make changes to this social issue. But I guess now you're in there, you might be able to bring about changes. Kind of like when we did the Met example, that's when the dilemma with the Met police example. People feel like, yeah, being outside, can they really do make changes? But then if I'm in the Met, maybe I can influence.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
But I think that's if you actually are. I think a lot of the times there's so many different examples, but
Yeah.
you create these relationships and you almost forget your initial agenda. Then it's not
And this
beneficial
is the
to
problem.
anyone.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
It's like we're not like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
You finally get in the room, and then you get sucked up with everything else that matters or that doesn't matter, and you forget originally why you wanted to be in the room. So yeah, bye.
I said word to Jay-Z, yeah.
What?
That's what
You know, I did think that. I did think that with Jay-Z and NFL and Colin and all that, but I just thought,
Yeah, he
I let the
said-
people do what they need to do.
He said I made a seat at the table so that you can change from within.
I guess, what about
A lot of changes
what about
he's made.
social norms?
Like,
So kind of, I'm trying to think of an example, but let's just say to kind of keep society kind of structured. Some of the flaws that you may have, you kind of hide. Because wait a minute, if we bring it to the forefront and everyone feels like this is okay behavior, it may be more detrimental to society. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, what would you prefer? Would you prefer everyone to be real and everyone really show their real selves and you see everyone's flaws right open in front of you and society just goes haywire?
No, but again, it comes back to what it was I was saying
Yeah.
about how loud you are as a person. I feel like everyone's got flaws, and I don't think everyone should be privy to everyone's flaws or insecurities and stuff. I feel like it's a personal thing. If you want to share it, share it. If you don't want to share it, that's also okay.
Yeah.
But I think it's about how loud you are as a person.
Okay.
If you have a particular flaw, like, for example, discipline, you can't speak to me about discipline when you are very indisciplined in several areas of your life. That's a very stupid conversation. I don't know what we're doing here. Do you get what I mean? So, but that's a flaw that someone has.
Yeah.
So you can keep your flaw to yourself. But when you decide to go on a discipline preaching spree, you deserve whatever day you have, love. So every flogging you get, you absolutely deserve that.
It's like the whole what's it say? Like, don't throw stones at glass houses.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Well, I can't think of any more potential goods, right? But before we wrap up, what do you think is the biggest negative about hypocrisy? Why do you guys hate hypocrisy so much?
Because it's like a betrayal.
Okay.
Because you believe someone or something that they believed in, and then suddenly when they flip, it's like you take it personally. It's like, I saw you in one way and now you're like this, or your thoughts are like this. It's like a betrayal, and no one really likes to feel betrayed. It's a selfish thing because it really actually doesn't affect you. Like you said, like if you just mind your own business, it actually has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
But we're in everyone's business. So like it feels like a betrayal, and it just feels like, and then you start second guessing yourself, like, rah, how comes I didn't know that person could have been like that kind of thing.
But how would you know?
For me, it's the self-righteousness. Making me look a certain way to people. And you're there doing the same thing. You're fine. I don't like the self-righteousness. This high horse and the pointing. I think it's because I've grown up in a church, innit? And there's so many examples of that. And it's destroyed so many people's lives. So now, especially in places of power, when you have those particular platforms, and you make your entire identity off the back of just judging, and then you find out, wait a minute, you made me feel this way for the longest while, and this is what you're getting up to, times 100.
And that's why I think pastors should be dethroned when they're caught in stuff.
Oh yeah,
Flogged.
100%.
Yeah. I think for me, my thing is just is the opinions thing. Like, I just don't like the fact that we live in a world where people feel like they have an opinion about something and you must hear it. Like they're gonna force their opinion down on you. Shut up. I don't care. No one cares. Keep it to yourself. That's my thing. I just don't like the overwhelming opinions and the forcing people to live by the opinions that you have. It's weird.
Okay. Mark's Penny.
Oh yeah, what you lot said. That retweet, that was too good.
I don't mind being a hypocrite, man. I do what I say, not what I do. Just a game.
You know that for you.
I want to ask you guys quickly. This is kind of
Sorry.
What happened?
So do you like people telling you something that they're doing?
No.
Telling you not to do something that they're doing?
No.
All right, cool. So
That's the hypocrisy I don't mind.
no, you said you don't mind being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
You don't mind doing the pointing, the judging.
Yeah, I don't mind being a hypocrite, yeah.
But my knowledge base from you don't go around judging people like that.
Huh?
You don't go around judging people like that. You don't go around self-righteous like that. I don't see you doing that.
Oh, no, I don't. But what I'm trying to say is
You just said you don't mind being a hypocrite.
I wouldn't have no issues being the hypocrite, if that makes sense. I wouldn't have no issues being the hypocrite. I wouldn't mind.
Someone catching him out, basically.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Last thing I want to say, just to piggyback off what you said, Brent. Yeah. Do you mind if somebody is kind of, I guess, on their high horse but without the pointing? So basically, what I'm kind of getting at.
How can you be in your high horse without the pointing?
Basically, what I'm trying to get at is more so is more so about. Do you feel like sometimes we hold people to a certain standard and they're not even trying to do it themselves? Yeah. So, for example, you see someone, you think, wow, this person really holds themselves to such high esteem, this, that, and the third, then you find out something bad. You'd be like, wait a minute, he never told me that he was this great, amazing guy anyway.
What does that look like?
I don't know, maybe...
It's like when you're a fan of a celebrity and you hold them to like a really high stand because like, you really like them and you paint them to be this amazing person. Then you find out that like they were smoking crack in the 80s or like they were doing something crazy, and then you're like, oh my god, I can't believe like you would do something like this. Like that is so crazy. But it's like, hang on.
No, it sounds like a you problem. You projected this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is different.
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking, man?
No, I'm basically saying, do you feel like sometimes we kind of do that though?
Yeah.
And then
we
label
do.
them
Of course that
hypocrites?
happens.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I guess everyone should mind their business.
Like,
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell you for
Line.
years. Just mind your business, love.
All right,
Mind
cool.
it.
I guess we can wrap it up there, man.
All right, let's get into our next headlines.
All right, man. So this next headline, trigger warning on this one, guys. Some sad news, man. And 1 person has died and 9 have been injured in a shooting in Missouri near the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl victory parade. So the shots were fired west of Union Station, near to where thousands had gathered for the event on Wednesday. A fire department official told the BBC that 3 of the victims were in a critical condition and 5 were seriously injured. Police also said that 2 armed people had been taken into custody. Video shared on social media showed officers streaming into the busy station with victims being taken away in ambulances. The city was celebrating Sunday's Super Bowl win by the Kansas City Chiefs. Next headline. And a former chief of the defense staff in Rwanda. Pardon me. So a former chief of the defense staff has called for battlefield allies who later flee to the UK to be exempt from deportation to Rwanda. So Lord Stirrup, who backed changes to the Safety of Rwanda bill as the House of Lords continued scrutiny of the plans, basically, right? So the pairs also wanted exemptions for victims of human trafficking and modern slavery. Ex-Armed Forces Chief Lord Stirrup said allies should be excluded from the deportation scheme, such as the Afghans who supported UK military operations against the Taliban. The crossbencher said that surely, at the very least, those who have put their safety and indeed their very lives on the line in support of this country deserve to fall into that category. Lord Stirrup also added that global Britain needs to be seen as trustworthy, and sending allies seeking sanctuary in the UK to Rwanda may hinder that. I kind of messed up the first part. So basically, long story short, anyone who kind of would fall into this whole Rwanda scheme, if you've kind of been an ally for the UK, you should be exempt from that, yeah, basically. And this one here, yeah, trigger warning. Let me just say trigger warning. But apparently it's been revealed today that more than 700 frontline NHS workers from Nigeria could be treating patients despite being under investigation for industrial scale qualifications fraud. Regulators revealed
How's that trigger warning?
for us.
Sounds about Nigeria.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
That is so bad.
Sounds about right. Oh god.
That's horrible. Though.
Are they hypocrites?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So wait, are they all nurses?
Yeah, man.
So alright, cool.
They're not qualified.
So they did good.
They could be qualified without the papers.
Potentially, yes.
They could know what they're doing because they blagged it in and then figured it out. Then they actually carried out the practices.
Precisely.
All right, cool.
There you go.
Hypocrites or
I
good to be
suppose,
hypocrites?
yeah, because once upon a time, your doctor had no idea what they were doing.
There you go.
Frauds.
They're qualified.
But then, yeah, but
Imagine doing work
officially
experience.
qualified
Yeah.
with like a paper.
But imagine doing work experience on somebody's life. On a whole human
All
being.
the drips and everything.
No
Crazy.
wonder they can't
And you're not
find
even
my
certified.
vein.
Okay.
When they prodded, they're like, let's go
That is
again.
right.
I'm like,
That's the
babe, I'm
green
all
one.
veined out.
Yeah, but they could have done that the first year in. They're in the 7th year now.
Mate.
They found it all right.
Well, regulators revealed in September that 48 nurses and midwives from Nigeria were being investigated for paying someone to sit a computer-based exam which checks medical knowledge and is needed to work in the UK. Obviously, a lot of people are not computer literate. So the NMC, which is the Nursing and Midwifery Council, has now warned a further 669 individuals who were assessed at the test centre have applied to join its register. Of the 80 applications it had so far, the vast majority have been rejected. However, these individuals who are qualified nurses and midwives in their home country are reportedly still working in the NHS or care homes as healthcare assistants. Experts have warned that these workers are a risk to patients' health and that the situation highlights the dangers of the UK's over-reliance on overseas nurses to fill staffing gaps.
All of them are Nigerian.
Yeah.
All 700 plus.
Don't know why you're surprised.
Yeah.
Come on, it's a lucrative business. Uncle London is somewhere smiling, boy, because that's whoever was sorting out for them is a millionaire.
Yeah, man.
That's a large number there.
It is.
Stupid.
But imagine they were gone, though. A lot of people would die.
No, but I don't think that's reasons, grounds for them to stay. That's not grounds.
I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. Anyway, hearings are expected to start next month.
Scary.
And they will result in a final decision and determine whether they should be removed from the register. So yeah, man, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's the end of the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
All right, let's get into some word on road.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the word, boy.
Trust.
That's a word, boy. Oh dear. Anyway, so I spoke about. Oh, you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Yes.
Do you watch as well?
No.
Why'd you say it like that, please?
No, because Prinny always wants to talk about it, and I'm not up to date from like 20,000 episodes ago. So no, I don't.
I hear it. Fair enough. So yesterday I talked about Portia coming back. How do you feel about that?
I mean, the show needs a shake up.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in years. You know,
Really, I still watch it. It's really bad.
I haven't watched it since Phaedra left.
That's a long
Fine,
time
you're
ago.
the same as me then. Oh my god, I
Yeah.
feel so good.
Oh wait, no, Phaedra left. The Nini stayed, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when Phaedra left, I didn't really watch it like that. I tried to tap back in because I love Nini, and so I think I didn't really follow it fully like that. But definitely haven't watched it since Nini left.
I think I got up to when what's her face? Like wanted to elope with that guy.
Oh, Kenya.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
I think
divorced now
Phaedra
as
had
well.
left there.
Yeah.
I saw him, in New York. I went to his restaurant. It was terrible.
Is it?
It's the worst place I've been in my life.
So it's just like how he was as a husband, just terrible.
Terrible. Yeah, bad vibes.
Hate to see it. But so Portia's coming back. I said I might tap back in. If they give me Nini and Phaedra, I would tap back in.
But they announced a full cast? Because I know that
No, they
they've
haven't.
sacked a few. The
Yeah,
girls. I don't
they
know if
haven't
you know
announced
their
it.
names.
And Candy's left as well.
I mean,
which I
needed.
think was
Please.
there was that. But Cynthia apparently could be married, man. She's out here posting Valentine's. One thing about Cynthia, you just don't know. I love a man and a woman that keep getting married. I told you about Usher. Usher's married. He's posted his pictures. I love people that just stay getting married.
Sorry, wait, she's getting married again.
Yeah,
I think she might be.
Is this four times?
This is third.
Supposed to be free.
She's married to Patricia.
Patricia Thomas.
Patricia Thomas.
What was
Peter.
that? Peter.
Peter,
Peter,
Oh
yeah.
my
Peter.
god.
But they call him Patricia because he's
Because
always in women's
business.
Oh, the dark skin guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
was he?
Yeah.
The
bald one.
man.
He was supposed to Jamaican. He was Jamaican.
Yeah,
wasn't he, as
Jamaican,
well?
yeah.
With Bar None. Yeah, him. And then she married that other guy. What was
The
his name?
serial cheater. What was his name?
He was on radio and stuff as well.
Oh, it's
Not
gone.
Chris. He's like Chris though. He looks like
What did they have? They had that hashtag. What was it?
what was that?
Chill.
Yeah,
Mike
chill.
Hill. I think
Oh,
it's
Mike Hill.
Mike
Yeah,
Hill,
that hashtag's pissed me off. Ugh. Every little post, doesn't matter whether spaghetti or chill.
Yeah,
Shut up, no one
yeah.
cares. So she was married to him. He was a serial cheater, and then now this will probably be her third one. But obviously, we don't know. It looks like I don't know.
Someone said it could be like a
music video,
movie or
innit?
music video or something like that. But
Yeah, but Cynthia stays getting married, so I'm not shocked that if it ends up being real, I wouldn't be shocked. Cynthia stays. One thing about Cynthia,
yeah,
she's gonna get married.
I think I love that for her. Like,
I love it for her.
If you've had your kids, you've done that, and you
that's
just
fine.
want someone to chill with, married or not, like we can keep getting married every couple of years.
I
Like,
absolutely love it. I'm here for it. But yeah, so she posted on her Instagram a wedding video. Obviously can't see the man's face, which I think is smart because the past two men we've seen hasn't worked out. And you know what they say about what's it called, reality TV shows and marriages. So I think I'm here for hiding your man. It's not hiding, it's been private. I'm here for that. So she said, every day I love you more. So I guess we'll see if, but I don't, this is not grounds, ma'am, to come back on the show. I'm not trying to do that, respectfully. I don't want Cynthia back on the show.
You know why I don't like hiding your mans?
Why?
What if it's someone else's?
There is that too.
Do you know what I mean?
But when I say be private, that's with in mind that the guy is a stand-up citizen of the land. Otherwise, I do believe everyone on the count of three, show your cards kind of situation. Everyone show your man. I honestly think, I might even speak to somebody about it. I think there should be a platform, right, where people get to just put people's pictures in there and then let us know whether like he's your man. Not his past, not his history, but
just
if
like
he's
a current
currently,
matchup.
unless it's like a thief or like a predator or something like that, then we know that. But just, hey girls, dating this guy, is he anyone else's?
Well, there is.
There is there?
On Facebook, there's these pages and it's like dating the same guy and they break it down by city. So it's like London and it's like international. And then people post like, I'm dating this guy.
I'm here for it though, because sometimes let's skip the foolishness. Let's skip me catching feelings. Let's skip the connect. Let's just skip it all and let me know where I stand and then make a decision moving from here. Do you get what I mean? I'm here for that, man. Everyone show your man. And then next up, so Monique obviously had the interview with Shannon Sharp, and it was a good interview and stuff like that. It was great. But then she briefly mentioned her son, and said how they don't have a good. Her older son didn't have a good relationship. He's from her first marriage.
Monique, big Monique,
actress.
Oh,
don't wear bonnets at the airport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
She really hates bonnets. You know? She brought it up at the interview with Shannon.
I rate it though. It's enough.
I hear it. Yeah. I'm not here for
enough.
that look. I don't like I don't know. I'm not gonna say it. Let's just leave it at that. But basically, she's talked about not having a great relationship with her son, blah blah blah, and talked about it on the show and said essentially she said that when he's ready and wants to have a conversation with her, she is ready to go. Kind of like with Tyler and Oprah. But then her son posted a video on TikTok and whatnot, and essentially was just like, it's funny how she's saying that, but that's not the reality. He said a lot of stuff. It was like a 10-minute video. I had to speed it up, so I didn't. Yeah, it was a whole thing. And he basically said how she hasn't necessarily been a good mum, which she also said on Shannon's show that she wasn't the best mother to him, and so she understands that. So she's giving him the space that he needs until he's ready and they can talk, blah, blah. But he said that she hasn't been the best mum. He said that, which I thought was interesting. He was like, how basically she can pray for something, yeah. He was like, some of you pray, well, obviously talking about Monique, some of you pray to God to give you a sign. And then when he gives you a sign, you don't like the sign, you start praying to the universe. You know what? I hear it.
I just don't understand why they talk to each other through like different outlets. Just talk. Like going on an interview and being like, yeah, me and my son. But if you want to talk to me, darling, I'm here.
I'm here.
Mommy's always here. Like that is so embarrassing.
It is.
Get off the screens.
It's embarrassing for all parties.
Yeah.
I'm sad for everybody involved.
Like that is so humiliating
for all
for
parties
like
involved.
everyone.
Yeah.
And then
Everybody.
you're coming on TikTok responding.
It gets worse, Amber.
Oh.
She's posted screenshots of text messages between them.
Lord.
She has.
No.
But the funny thing is that the text messages are from 2021. Auntie, we're in 2024. So he basically said essentially that he hasn't got a good relationship with Monique's current husband either. Basically calls him uncle in it and whatnot. And he says he hasn't got a good relationship with him either. And he basically is trying to say that he's kind of in Monique's ear, and that's part of the reason why they can't have a good relationship, mother-son relationship. And also that Monique tries to kind of like buy, like she feels like providing for him materially and buying stuff for him materially helps, like will build a relationship or like will cancel everything out, blah, blah, blah. I just think there's hurt and pain on both sides of it. And I think if a conversation is to happen, they need to have it outside of both ears. But I think I feel like family stuff like that, you need to just go to therapy for it and have someone who's objective, who doesn't know either of you and can be neutral, and you have to be intentional about showing up for those sessions.
Normalized therapy is what I say.
I'm always screaming that, girl. Amen to that. But the messages she basically said was just like, she was saying how she always checks in on. So she said, hey, my sweet babies, here are the receipts from a mother who allegedly does not love her son. We are sharing this with you, Shalon and the community. So dramatic. Some will completely get it, others won't. We love us for real, blah, blah, blah. But essentially, the messages are like her checking in on him and checking up he's okay. I think sometimes with some parents, like, that's not enough. You've hurt your child, and you need to meet them there and take accountability for the hurt. Essentially, and lots of people are talking about how Monique wants Tyler and Oprah to take accountability, and everyone is standing behind her with that. But then when it comes to her son, it's like you lot not seeing that this is the same situation. It's just obviously a deeper thing. And then one of the screenshots was actually from.
Screenshots.
I'm not reading them out. I'm gonna have this. But one of the screenshots actually is from her husband then messaging her son, but from her phone, I think it is. And I don't know, man. I just felt like it was a bit much. So the message says, "Remember today, this is Uncle Sid." And this is because we had a conversation about stepkids and step parenting and all that kind of stuff. And I just think sometimes you need to know when to, this is not your fight kind of thing. So he says, "This is Uncle Sid. If you don't change your immature ways, you're going to lose, my man. We can't be mad, I know. We can't be mad at you, but we're definitely sad for you." First of all, don't speak to me. You're not my dad. How do you go from putting your mother on hold when generations of family are able to see Sinali? So this is his child, I believe, on Nicole's side, but you gave no instructions to Tuffy or your mother as to when they would or be able to. Okay, I don't really care about all of this stuff. He says, "You're a man now, but you were a little boy just days ago as you needed me to walk you through getting a car." Yeah, so she talks about like helping him get a car. She's essentially saying like, how am I a bad mum?
Don't do things and then throw it in my face.
That's the thing. But she was like, how, like, he keeps saying I'm a bad mum, but how am I a bad mum when I provide for you and I do that? And I think she just needs to understand that providing material stuff for your kids is not enough.
Because when you take that all away, what's left?
What's left, exactly. So he just basically says all that stuff and saying like how they've been good grandparents in terms of being there for his child and providing for his child as well and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's like a miscommunication on love languages in parental and child relationship. So for her, because also Monique on the Shannon interview, she talked about how with her like growing up, I guess they didn't really have much and stuff like that. And then there was a time when she needed her dad to add his name as a guarantor on a car she wanted to get, and he wouldn't do it. But then her sister, he just outright bought the car. Didn't even get her name, just bought the car for her. And she said she remember going to her grandma and crying about it and being like, why would he help her and not help me? And I didn't even ask him for as much as he's kind of given her without her asking kind of thing. So I think for her, growing up the way she's grown up, and I think, for her, growing up the way she's grown up, it's a thing where she just, because that was something that she didn't have, sometimes people feel like that's the way to show love because it's what they lacked. So for her, I provide for you financially. That should be enough. My parents provide for me financially, so kind of thing. But I think I hate seeing family stuff out in public like that. I hate when, I just don't like it. I just think it's just embarrassing for all parties. And I hope they're able to sort it out and figure it out. But it's sad, man. Sad scenes all around. Also, the Beehive are a bit upset because Beyoncé is not getting recognition in the country scene. Yep. So, that's the news. That's
Are people not rating it?
Well, the country sector, or the country, not sector.
Genre?
Not genre, though. Like that community. That's the country community are not really seeing her as country. They're not really embracing her as country, if that makes sense. They just feel like, is this a trend that you're just tapping into this for now, and then after this Renaissance Act 2 is done, we're going to go back to singing?
So I saw a really interesting TikTok with this girl, and she said she had a theory when the Renaissance album came out, and now with this Act 2, it's confirmed. She feels like with all the acts, Beyonce is specifically focusing on a different genre of music for each one that was originally black music.
Ooh.
And she's trying to reclaim. So with like dance music, a lot of the origins.
I'm not trying to hear rock and roll, man.
That's what people are saying. Act 3 might be a rock album.
Actually, if it slaps,
yeah, but Sugar Mama is very rock and roll. The song.
Sugar Mama, yeah, a little bit.
Even
Greenlight, a little bit. Greenlight.
Sorry, it's giving.
Yeah.
It's giving. She said, "Let's go, electric guitar."
Do you know what? Well, that is such a good theory, though.
And then apparently, I think Lemonade was before. Was that before Renaissance?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Apparently, there's so many different types of music, and that was like the dress rehearsal
it
for
was.
all the So that's what she's doing.
Because it was very much like going down south.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And then if you think about like even the the set design and the costume in Renaissance, the cowboy hat. She was leading
She was
us
soft
to,
launching.
yeah.
She is such
I
a
love her.
future
Visionary, yeah.
thinker.
That's it.
I could never.
I'm here for it, boy. I'm here for it.
Roll is wavy, you know.
Yeah, but because you're.
I'm
you
thinking of the
probably
turn around and die kind of
Yeah,
vibe.
you're like.
Yeah, that's
like
nice.
emo.
Yeah,
like
that's nice.
no.
That's not much
Because like if you get a
Hardcore
little,
rock and whatnot.
it's like Elvis is rock and roll. It's Prince.
Yeah.
I don't
Princes.
know.
It's a bit of this, a bit of that.
My rock history ain't that up there.
Yeah, you should have
Yeah.
started as a list. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Stuck on two. She's like, who's next?
Yeah, I don't know
But,
if the country will be
that'd
for
be really
me,
cool, though.
but it'll be for somebody.
I do like the singles though, but I think it's because it's
haven't listened to
Beyonce and it's got like I like them. There are two singles that she's released, the country songs she released.
I
But
love a little toe, heel, toe.
yeah, like
Yeah.
little throw down
Yeah,
type of vibe.
I can get into the
I can
outfits.
get into that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
here for
give
it.
me a little tassel suede. Like, I'm there.
Love a tassel though.
Love a
Right.
tassel.
But there was one of her Beehive members. What are they called? They're called Beehive.
Beehive,
Yeah.
yeah.
Basically called up a country station and they were just like basically requested. You know when you can requested a song, and they sent the person back an email saying, "Hello, hi, we don't play Beyonce on this station as we're a country music station."
Oh, stop.
But I do think over time, that might happen. And there was this other TikTok. Was it TikTok? No, there was this guy who was saying how he listened to a radio station, and they basically said that the host said that the music is country, the instruments are country, but something else about it makes me think it's not country.
Well, because she's black.
It's black, you
Yeah,
egg.
that's
Don't act like
literally
it's
all
a
it is,
mystery, it's a
yeah.
parable. But
You egg is lit.
I love
love
calling
it.
people eggs. Oh, the best thing ever. It says what it needs to say. It doesn't do too much. It's exactly what it is. But it will be interesting though.
When
to
you
see how she
say
gets
like
into
you
it.
egg, what kind of egg are you thinking about? Because I'm thinking like hard boiled.
No, not hard. I wouldn't give them that much.
Oh,
Hard boiled has sense.
right.
Just egg.
It's like a
Just
raw.
egg.
Just
Raw.
okay. Just there.
She don't like any smooth surfaces, do you? There's bald men, there's eggs.
I'm partial to a
The
boiled
smooth
egg.
surfaces is funny.
I'm partial to a boiled egg.
Oh dear. But yeah, that's happening. So it will be interesting to see what that's like. I mean, K Michelle broke into the countryside.
She tried.
If K Michelle could do it,
Did she get
Beyonce
respect
can.
when she did her
she
country
did.
songs?
I think did she win an award for it or something like that? But she did because she got like one of the the OGs, Godfathers in there. Kind of co-signed her, was in the studio with her and stuff
Right,
like that.
okay.
Yeah, she actually she did. She definitely did. And I heard she was doing really well in that as well. So yeah, so I reckon Beyonce will be able to do it, but there's politics around these things anyway. Who really knows what's happening behind the scenes? Speaking of behind the scenes, Kanye is saying that he's done a lot for Taylor Swift. Yes. So Taylor Swift fans, Swifties, they are on, I don't know which fan base is worse. I forgot they exist.
They're mental. Sorry, can I say something?
Yeah, of course
Do you
you
know she has so much influence that she could sway the vote in America? They said.
It's mad.
And because like she's obviously dating this NFL player, people
Yeah.
are like, yeah, it's bringing like fathers and daughters together because now daughters are watching the NFL because of Taylor Swift.
She's not on the pitch. Like, I don't
No,
understand
I know,
that.
but her new
It's
man,
mad.
she's
But
on
her
the
name
side.
carries weight.
Yeah, so
proper
much
crazy.
weight. It's
I don't get it.
wild.
Like Taylor Swift is a big deal. It's mad.
Well, you're just talking about Beyonce and the black community.
Beyonce and swaying votes in the black community, even in the black
No, I'm
community.
just saying she got base stands. It's just
Yeah,
like the
but
same,
her
right?
just not-
influence
Yeah, but no, but-
is not.
I feel like Taylor Swift one's
On
on
the
other
scale,
level.
I'm
yeah.
not talking about politics.
You're talking about in general.
Just-
Yeah.
I don't. Actually,
You don't call her the internet.
what Beyonce's internet?
Yeah.
It is Beyonce's
Yeah,
internet.
Here's
Beyonce's
Beyonce's internet.
Like, come on.
Come on.
I know you've been here before. But basically, the Swifties, someone posted a tweet, and I just think stuff like this, like, I just think it's so weird. Like, it's so weird. It's so icky. But the person said, Swiftie emergency. I'm not joking. 3 siren emojis. Beyonce's new single, Texas Hold'em, is challenging Kanye West for a #1 debut on the Billboard Hot 100. Let's buy and stream Texas Hold'em to block him from the top spot. Remember, he just dragged Taylor on his latest Instagram story. This is the call to action that was put out by this fan. You are jobless. Do you not have jobs? Do you not have school? Like, what is going on? And then Kanye then he posted that screenshot and he said, when I said that I'm the new, this is wild, but when I said I'm the new Jesus, bitch, I wasn't even thinking about Taylor Swift. That was a whole line before, but I appreciate the free promo. Lil Wayne actually mentions Travis Kelce on Vultures too. This album is actually super positive and fun. It's all about triumphant. Last year was incredibly challenging for me, my wife, my children, friends, and family. I've been banned.
He's married.
Yeah, that woman
Oh,
is
the
always naked
new
next
wife.
to him.
Yeah.
The naked girl next to him all the time. That's his wife. I've been banned from hotels, kicked out of companies, and even not allowed to eat in some restaurants. Everyone saw Vultures 1 get taken off of platforms to limit our first week numbers. This reminds me of the mistreatment of my people because of the color of our skin. See, he's a hypocrite, man. He's a hypocrite.
Sorry, Esther. How do y'all see that the girls in the room? Do y'all see it as female empowerment, or do you see it as
I'm worried.
Controlling Kanye? Huh?
As in his wife being naked all the time.
Yeah.
I'm worried about her. I'm not worried about her in relation to necessarily Kanye West, but I'm worried about her.
In her, like, what's going on?
Like, what's going on with her
Yeah.
in her head.
For her to just
That
be
this is her default
so
setting.
willing to just...
It's a fashion thing, isn't it? What are you talking about?
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
she's
worried.
making the decision to do that.
I don't
No,
know.
she might be, but
She
even
might
then,
be.
it's like I just
I'm still
don't
worried about you.
understand. Like some of the things she wears in the context of where she is just doesn't make sense. Whether he told her to do it or whether she wanted to do it, so it's still a very big question mark on.
I think what makes it tricky as well is because we know how it is that Kanye is in terms of fashion. Like, he likes to
dress
step out.
his
So it
women.
always looks as though like this is something that he's like, it's a piece he's put together every
Yeah.
single time. And that's where my worry comes from.
But that's, you remember he used to actually dress Kim, and I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
in the latter half of their relationship, when she wanted to take a bit more of autonomy,
Yeah.
he
that's
didn't
what
really
problems.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the whole thing. So it's a bit tricky. But all the best all parties involved. So yeah, he said, this reminds me of the mistreatment of my people because of the color of our skin. Remember, I was on Taylor's side when Scooter bought her masters behind her back. She and Beyonce are big inspirations to all musicians. We always say how both sell out tours and movies. Also, I'm sure I've been far more helpful to Taylor Swift's career than harmful. To all after he's snatched. Anyway, to all Taylor Swift fans, I am not your enemy. I'm not your friend either, though. LOL. Also, I didn't get kicked out of the Super Bowl. Apparently, there was a whole situation with him getting kicked out of the Super Bowl. Blah 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 blah. I didn't get kicked out of the Super Bowl. We left our seats. I don't care. What was that comment?
I'm proud of you for reading it for that.
Yeah, trust.
There was a comment up there, wasn't there?
Mark's asked me to put it up.
What was it?
He said if it was Kim K, we wouldn't complain.
I know I did complain when it was Kim
fashion.
K as well. When he was dressing her like that and dictating her what she should wear, what she shouldn't wear,
Yeah, it was
the
a bit odd,
colours he was
yeah.
throwing out, all that kind of stuff. I was, no, babes, I keep same energy.
So
I definitely did.
When do we give women the props for deciding that they want to dress like that? And not say that it's because of controlling man.
I honestly, like, I actually don't care. Like, wear what you want to wear. Obviously, like, I'll have an opinion on it and I'll be like, that's interesting. I wouldn't do that, but if that makes you happy,
Well done.
go and do it. Like, I actually don't really care what she wears and do your thing.
Like, I'm not under her comments or doing Twitter threads about it. But if it's a thing where my observation of it looks like something getting right there, and then that's it.
So if it's all her, does it matter to the change?
No, I still think that I still think there's an issue with it
same. I'm still just
because
like,
it's weird.
It's interesting.
because it's
I think
out
it's
of
weird.
art. It's weird because it's like it's
It's
what
not the
you deem
norm.
as
Yeah.
whatever social norms is.
Yeah.
Like
But
what
he's
you
not.
should
He
be
doesn't
And I
wearing.
might be
follow social.
projecting,
He
but-
doesn't follow social norms
Yeah,
and the
exactly, which
constructs.
is why
That's the
it's
freedom of
just-
fashion. That's the point that
But
he's
that's the thing,
making with
though.
everything that
You
he
said
does.
he doesn't follow.
Huh?
You say he doesn't follow or she doesn't follow.
He doesn't.
It's like he doesn't. But we're talking about her.
Her.
Yeah, but
And
they're
the
obviously
issue is that no, but the issue
they're
is that
obviously
whenever we
like-minded.
see-
They're equally yoked. That's why they
this
got
is the
married,
thing.
isn't it? So
And
she's
that's
on.
why there's
She's
gonna
on.
be worries.
She's in the same fashion with the
equally
outlook on it. She's got the same. She's got the same outlook on him, innit? That's
But
why
this
she
is
doesn't.
but this is why.
That's why they came together.
Yeah, exactly. And this is why the worry comes into it because again, like Prinny was saying, when he was with Kim, he started addressing Kim and whatnot. When she started to want to take some, autonomy over how she dresses and whatnot, that's when the relationship started getting rocky.
That's when the fashion.
one
That's
can-
when the levels dropped as well.
No, it did. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Yeah,
Arts,
she can't dress
Arts
herself.
North. The second she went her own
Yeah.
way, it went bad.
No, said, are you really wearing that? And she was
Yeah.
like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I just feel like you could. It's
I
a bit
love
much.
North.
Come on, don't use
Enough
me
is
and
a
my whole creative genius to put your whole family on this pedestal here now, and then now all of a sudden you think it's all you and you can go your own
Yeah.
way, and then you start messing up my shit because everybody associates you with me anyway. So when they see you in these meaty fits, they're gonna be thinking I put you in this stuff. Like Kanye had a point. You know what? Sorry, I don't know.
No.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
100% with you. I was
already
gonna
in there.
say.
And then meaty fits are gonna think it's me.
Can you imagine? Anyway,
That was really good.
that was really good. That was really good. But also, my last bit of news for you: Vybz Kartel is currently, or there's some kind of deliberations going on
Free him.
in the UK about an appeal. Essentially, I guess that the highest court in the UK, the highest,
In
is
the
basically
UK?
in the UK.
What?
So
They
the-
can control to getting freed in Jamaica?
The Privy Council.
Ain't they got independence?
I don't know.
And
That's
they're
your
trying
people.
to. And they're trying to. And they're trying to.
Oh.
Oh, Jamaica's not independent.
Sorry, no, they are independent, but
He's not
they're
the
trying
person.
to. You mean, yeah.
Well, when it comes to certain things, he's not who you go for.
No. You,
Wow.
Respectfully.
No, he can't. I thought he's at the brain box.
No, because they believed you.
Wow.
No,
If
no.
she hadn't pushed further,
It's a
she
facade.
would have
No,
believed.
because it's true. They got independence in '62, I believe. But Mark is talking about breaking away from the monarchy. That's what I think you're talking about, isn't it? See, that's why.
Oh,
yeah.
is that not the same? Sorry, I'm.
No, it's not the same thing. No.
Okay.
What the monarchy got to
Thank
do with
you,
him in court? Anytime. I will always be here.
I was right.
I will always be. No, you weren't right.
Usually the
You weren't
case.
right.
I was.
That's not what Mark's meant. Because
exactly
what
what he meant.
is. Huh?
That's exactly what you meant.
No, I was saying that how can the why would the decision have to take place in England have anything to do with Jamaica? Because I thought we gained independence. I thought we were
Yeah,
split.
but what's the monarchy got to do with it?
Yeah,
With
but
court?
but obviously, I'm thinking that obviously everyone knows they're independent. So you're talking about the monarchy thing, because that was in the news as
But
well.
why would you be talking about the
Yeah,
why would you be
exactly,
talking about
Commonwealth,
the
innit?
monarchy? When
Because
we're
you're
talking about court.
being linked to
Yeah, just all of it, basically.
linked
I was saying
to
that-
England.
In my mind, I was saying, what's England got to do with it?
Exactly,
Okay, that's
Sorry,
fantastic.
what
and that's the only link I'm seeing there.
Anyways, they're having an appeal to see whether or not the man can be free or whatnot, and then also, but then there's reports of jury tampering, so that's going well. It was all yesterday, but yeah, apparently there was some guy on the jury that was trying to give money to like the foreman or something like that. It's a whole mess basically, but I'll let you know what happens from it.
Didn't he kill someone?
He did,
Okay. Oh.
but black people say free anything.
Oh,
so
okay. So, what's the grounds for this freedom?
I'm not sure.
Brethren.
I'm personally
Music.
music, because the streets miss him. The streets miss him.
Represent.
So they're
I
like,
mean-
please.
I was saying,
Okay, but come on, come back.
you don't need any grounds for freedom. You just want them home, innit?
Okay.
They're saying there's
You
been
like
a-
it?
I love it.
Yeah, they're actually talking about there's a whole miscarriage of justice and breach of privacy and fair trial and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, all the best of parties involved, as always. That's what I have to add to this conversation. But that's it for me. Let's get into People's Journal, please.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. So the first thing I want to talk about here is, why is my thing messing up? UK economy, man, fell into recession.
Sorry, say that again,
We fell
sorry.
into recession.
I'm
felt-
with
we
the
felt-
conservatives. Oh my gosh.
That's not surprising. It's not the first time.
That's a shocker.
It's not the first time. But yeah, man, the end of 2023, the economy contracted, man, by 0.3% in the final 3 months. So that's obviously according to the data from the Office for National Statistics. And so, yeah, by definition, we were in a recession. But still, that is obviously a big blow to Sunak's plans. But he is obviously kind of still meeting his overall goal with regards to inflation anyway, because it still is coming down. But yeah, just wanted to mention that. Next thing I wanted to mention is, did you guys know that the number of international students applying for university in the UK has risen?
Yeah.
You did?
I read something about that recently. Because now university is just a business. So, no, it's risen because has the cost gone down or something? Something like that happened. So they're bringing in more because like they're going to make more money off of them.
I mean, to be fair, it's
Or
like
something along
it's
those lines.
risen amongst different demographics.
All right, fine.
So it might be situations that's also like affecting stuff back home and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So for instance, right, China, the number of applicants for China increased by 3.3%. Turkey has risen by 37%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes sense. It's bare tax now.
What do you think's occurred with Nigeria? Do you feel like the applicants have increased? Do you feel like it's decreased? Okay. Well, it's fallen by 45.7%. Mm-hmm. And also,
That's a lot.
yeah, exactly.
In 1 year.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And also India as well. The amount of applicants coming from India has dropped by 3.9%.
Maybe they're
as
going
well.
somewhere else though. Like I wouldn't
Yeah,
come
I
to the
would.
Yeah, they
UK
go to
right
Canada
now.
now.
Like it's dead. Yeah, a lot of them
Canada's
are
the
going
spot.
to Canada.
Yeah.
But they did say that to your point about the universities being a business and they want the international fees. They actually have a lower threshold
Yeah,
on
they
the
Yes.
grades.
yeah,
Especially
that
like
was
a lot
it.
of
It
the
was a
Russell
threshold on
Group
the grade.
unis are accepting people that don't actually meet the cut
Yep.
just because they're international students.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, come on.
That was what I read. It was the fact that they was letting them in on lower grades, and then people were like, we're working our arse off to get A star, AA, whatever, and they're coming in on like D's and C's.
They were, I think, doing a similar thing for people from here as well, from certain socioeconomic backgrounds as well. So allowing people with, if you're from a certain background, to have lesser grades for entry as well. We spoke about that maybe like a couple months ago, I think. What do you guys think about that, by the way?
I see the benefits because it aids in the long term with social mobility, right? Because you're able to get access into spaces that you otherwise wouldn't, and then you could bring your future generations out of poverty in quotation marks. But then at the same time, so then what's the point of everyone working hard to get the grades if we're all going to get there? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You might as well just remove or
The grading system.
remove or like change it, or I don't know.
Okay. Well, certain, I guess, courses have like changed as well. So the number of applicants of all ages and domiciles to nursing courses in the UK has fallen by 7.4%. And UCAS is pretty much saying that the applications to nursing have decreased across all specialisms, but particularly adult nursing and mental health nursing. And they think it's because there's a fall in demand, which is driven by a reduction in the number of UK mature applicants to courses. Is what they're saying.
Sorry, I just got confused.
Yeah, so can you say this in?
It's a lot of facts and figures.
So I'll read it again. So UCAS said that applications to nursing have decreased across all specialisms, but particularly adult nursing and mental health nursing. And the fall in demand is being driven by a reduction in the number of UK mature applicants to courses.
Oh, so less mature students
Exactly.
are applying.
Yeah.
Man, I heard that the nursing, the placements is hell and horror.
Yeah.
It's not a good time.
This is why you got to do like a certain group did and get other people to help you to get through the door. Allegedly, of course. Next thing I wanted to mention is Pontins. Yeah, have you guys been Pontins?
Is that like Butlins?
Yeah.
No, I've not been.
No,
Okay,
I've done
cool.
Butlins. Are you Butlins girlies?
Maybe.
Bognor Regis?
No, I don't think so.
Ah.
Well, I just mentioned
I
that.
heard
Yeah.
Butlins is all right.
Butlins
It's a vibe.
lit. Butlins is a place to be. You know they do like adult Butlins. Like they hold events there. So like my friends went to like the Mighty Hoopla one like a couple of weekends ago, and it's like just adults in Butlins, and it's stunning. Just FYI.
Go on and sell it to us.
She's like, I thought I did. She's like, I thought I did.
Wait, no, I've got more. They do like
What
garage
more do you
nights
want?
and stuff, and it's like it's very after dark Butlins.
All right, well, I mentioned Pontins because they've been served with an unlawful act notice. Basically, after an investigation by their quality watchdog, they found that multiple instances,
It sounds like
Okay.
Britney. It might be.
they found that multiple instances of race discrimination against Irish travellers. Yeah, Pontins, man. So they're seeing, apparently this is what's happening, right? They've created a banned guest list. And basically it contains names of people that Pontins suspect to be Irish travellers and their friends and family. So if you've got a certain name, that certain surname, it's
So
something that
let's
you would
say
associate.
you're like a Smith.
Precisely. You just cancel your thing straight off the bat. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
On what
Can you
grounds?
imagine?
Just because they just
Because
don't want
they
to
just
have
see them.
it.
Yeah,
Probably
exactly.
because they've probably done some
Done some
madness.
stuff, yeah.
Madness in there.
Yeah, this is basically what they're saying, man. So the investigation found that the staff at the operator labelled a list of common Irish surnames as undesirable guests and instructed staff to decline or cancel bookings made under those names.
Well, they do
So
that
Pontins
to
is
us
doing,
when we try to
imagine.
go libertine. So, yeah.
Wait, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, what were they doing? Were they loud?
I don't know.
Argument.
They were just
Because
being
Pontins is like
themselves.
Pontins and Butlins. That's like their heaven, isn't it? because they have chalets and stuff, and you can carry a caravan, just park it
Yeah.
up, and then go and enjoy the entertainment. So they might just get crashed all the time. I don't know. Why are they blocking them?
It might be exactly that same thing. It doesn't. The article doesn't really talk about the reasons behind it, but just more so.
I'm sorry, but
just
if it's
happening.
like, if they're thinking, oh, you know, we don't want to ruin like the look of Pontins or whatever, it's hardly like, I don't know, some family from Buckinghamshire or Surrey is going to Pontins for their weekend. Like, let's be FFR.
Yeah, travelers
Let
be
them
part
in.
of the whole entertainment piece.
And they tried to put certain things in to try and make it look like it's not discriminatory. So basically, what they tried to do was introduce rules requiring guests to appear on the electoral register. So they know of.
What? Wait.
Yeah, they're basically saying, look, all the guests need to be on the electoral register. If not, then you're not coming through. Yeah.
That's shady.
And so according to the EHRC, they're basically saying this was deemed discriminatory against gypsies and travellers, as such communities are less likely to be on that register.
So they're getting fined.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so they've been hit with a fine.
Yeah, because that's wrong.
Well, an unlawful act notice. So that may lead to something. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's basically what the situation is. The other day we talked about Body Shop potentially going to administration. They're there.
It's so
unfortunately.
I need to go to my nearest one.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes, because
They've
the
got closing down
sales.
sale. Well, but they can be so rude. They're probably like 10%.
Yeah.
I know you
it's
need
not-
to get rid of it. Let's be
No,
serious.
but their Christmas deals are always really good. So
Oh,
they
I
could
didn't.
be. They could be.
I'm gonna check it out though.
Definitely check it out.
What scent do you get?
Oh, I get the hand cream, the
Oh.
Indian hemp one.
Oh.
Yeah, I love that one.
Okay.
She said
There's-
okay.
Not my vibe, but you do you.
You guys can obviously Google like a list.
No, but
the
it's
list.
no hurting after you've just screwed your face up at Esther's pick. What's the
What do you get?
recommendation?
Oh, so
She was waiting to be asked.
I get mango or
Oh,
I
is that the
get
body butter?
Yeah, the
I've
body
heard of
butter
that.
or grapefruit. Or I've forgotten the flower's name. It's like a very pale yellow, and it's like this flower. It's not lily, it's something else, and
Roses?
it smells stunning. No, but it literally like stays on your clothes as well.
Oh,
Literally
really?
smells so
Okay,
good.
I'm gonna try all of those ones actually.
Is that good enough for you, Brent?
Yeah.
So obviously you guys can do your Googles and whatnot to figure out what shops will be at risk of closure. But just off the top, Oxford Street, 2 in Oxford Street. So you can head down there. Ashford, if you live in Ashford, Basildon, Bexley Heath, Blue Water.
Because all the girlies did used to go to Body Shop, innit? That was your thing. So what changed? Like, what do you all now do?
You grow up.
You just
I think
grow
there's
up.
just
You're
so
different.
much
Yeah, you
more
just have
choice
different-
And
now
there's
as
more,
well.
there is more choice. Like Body Shop was like the natural
Yeah.
kind of, I'm not going to say organic, but that kind of
Vibe.
luxury
Yeah.
thing that we
It
had.
did seem quite luxury at the
Yeah,
time.
it did.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I
Much,
use
yeah.
Body Shop. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Fancy pants.
Yeah,
Yeah, now Body Shop is
but
like
yeah,
Woolworths.
now when you have
Woolworths.
like, yeah, you got
God.
Space NK, Sephora, you got brands coming in from like all over the
Yeah.
world. So it's just, there's more options now.
Yeah. Well, guys, that's pretty much it for the People's Journal. But yeah, do your Googles and you figure out that basically like almost all their shops are closed now.
So
unfortunately.
sad, man. What a time.
Yeah.
What am I going to tell my kids? I can't even be like, yeah, dude, I used to go to the shop. There's going to be nothing left.
I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
my kids, you know.
You can keep a couple of containers.
Yeah. I would do something like that, though. I'm like a memory hoarder. I would do that.
That's different.
Well, that's pretty much
Is that
it. Yeah, that's it.
Nice. All right, let's get into some woke or joke. I love this. I love that you guys appreciate it. Brent must appreciate that because the rest of us are so used to it. Sometimes I overhear it.
I love it.
Sometimes
I'm
at
like,
the end of the
I'm
show,
like, woo.
I question whether it was on the whole show. It's crazy.
I would have a
Yeah.
maraca every time. Be like,
You would think that. But your 6th week, you might not.
All right, so we're now in a segment called Walk or Joke. And basically, today what's going to happen is I'm going to give you 3 different scenarios, 3 different situations, whatever, and tell me which one is real or which ones are real, I should say. So they could be all real, all fake, or, yeah, 1 or 2, whatever. Yeah? So the first thing is that I wanted to mention is, remember Rachel Dolezal?
Remember her, boy?
Yeah.
How could I forget?
She's back.
She
The
never
white
left.
lady that said she.
Oh,
she
the
never
curly
left.
hair white.
Identifies as
Yeah, yeah,
black.
yeah, yeah.
She never left.
Okay,
Well,
yes.
Rachel rebranded, but she never left.
Do you remember what she rebranded as?
When she I can't remember.
Okay, let me refresh your memory. So she left obviously the NAACP,
Of course.
right? Light skinned black woman,
was the
transracial.
She was the person who brought in the whole I identify as.
You think so? You think
She's
she
one of them.
started it?
Yeah, she was
Definitely.
an
You think she
pioneer.
ushered it?
Yeah,
Definitely, yeah. for
Coined
real.
the term.
Mhm.
Y'all are gonna get
Well,
cooked
she
later.
rebranded and she became. She started working on OnlyFans.
Nah, before that though.
What?
Yeah, you sure?
Before that, she was doing something else. She was doing something else that tried to kind of make up for her racial sins.
I don't know.
But yeah, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, she was on OnlyFans. Apparently, she actually broadcasted and told people, I'm just going to be doing some foot fetish stuff.
Oh,
Yeah. Then it started.
She didn't like she got
It
nice
started
feet.
there. Then she started doing full body stuff, right? Anyway, she was making money from that. But then
Get
she
in
decided,
her
you know what?
bag.
You see how temptation starts? Because she started with her toes.
You know what I'm saying?
Next thing,
this is
tits
why
all out.
It's crazy.
I'll be honest, like I couldn't stop.
It's a gateway.
Yeah, it is. It's like you do one toe next to me, like let me just show
If
the
what,
knee
you're
taps
thinking
and
if this,
Next
if
thing
my
you
feet
say-
are worth this,
yeah.
imagine when they see the cheeks.
Well, that's what apparently. Again, this is if this scenario is correct. But then she thought, you know what? Let me rebrand again and get back into doing something that's wholesome. So she got a job as a teacher. She changed her
that's what I
name
remember
to Nkechi.
Oh, stop.
Nkechi Diallo. Yes.
Wow. Isn't that a surname in a movie?
Diallo. It's
It's one of these.
Nkechi is a
Really,
Igbo
Rachel,
name,
she
innit?
pulls what's it called, inspiration from anywhere.
Yeah. So
If it's black, she's loving it.
I think Diallo's like it's definitely I think West African.
West
name.
African,
Yeah,
yeah.
but Nkechi's a Nigerian name.
Nigerian.
But yeah, so she's doing that now. Yeah. So that's one scenario. And
That's just one.
That's one
OnlyFans
scenario.
and Nkechi.
yeah, all of that. Yeah.
Okay.
And basically, her new job. Yeah, let me add this. Her new job figured out that she's doing OnlyFans, and now she's been sacked again.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're saying which one is work, which one is jokes?
Yes.
I think it's all work.
This
I
is.
think it's woke because I think I sort of might have seen.
Okay.
something.
Okay.
I think all of it's true.
It's not
All
how
of it's
we
true?
play this game.
Huh?
No, just sorry, Prinny.
Oh,
at,
sorry.
at the end, you'll be able to tell me like which ones you think.
Oh,
But it's fine. It's fine. It's
Okay,
fine.
Shut up.
I mean, you didn't give
It's
her the
fine.
rules.
It's fine.
First of all, don't
you
let
know
them do that to
you
you.
didn't tell me what
alright,
to
You
it's
didn't
do.
give her the rules. You just said, oh, well, this is the work or joke segment. And you just expected them to get it. Nah,
The
man.
next thing is scientists.
Sorry, wait, guys. Oh, I missed the last bit. After the teacher, so she turned into a teacher, and then that's it.
Yeah, but she pretty
And she
much
changed
got-
her name. Changed her name, teacher, done.
OnlyFans.
But
Then
she
they
got
found
sacked.
out she
got
does
sacked.
only-
Oh,
Yeah,
and
found
then
out
she got sacked.
She
Okay, I
got
missed that
sacked.
bit. Fine.
Yeah.
Yes,
Scenario
let's
one.
go.
Boom.
Yeah, and she's still white. Yeah. So the
Australia's
next thing, the next thing is
Hispanic.
scientists are kind of thinking that we may be in a situation where there'll be a shortage of food.
This has nothing to do with Rachel.
Oh, sorry. This is the second. This is the second thing.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the
I
second
thought you've
thing.
been here before. Like,
No, because I'm just no, because can we put anything past Rachel? She could be a scientist. Who knows?
And so scientists are basically saying, you know what, we may get to a situation where there'll be a shortage of food. So we need to kind of invent new foods that people who, come from social economic backgrounds that are less favorable, whatever it may be, can afford. And this can hopefully catch on. So they've come up with a new thing called beef rice.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, it's basically like rice grains, but infused with beef. So you kind of get your carbs and you get your proteins.
And that's how you get got. That's how you get got. Goodness me, Brinny, come on.
So yeah, man. What do you think? Okay, store that in your
Yeah,
memory
store that
bank.
one.
Cool.
I need to know how.
It's given Squid Game.
Have you got info? I need can I ask questions?
Of course.
So after they've killed the cow and they've got the rice grains, I need to know that process.
How we infuse that.
infusion.
Well,
Like, what does it
apparently-
look like? Is it like a chocolate chip cookie where there's like rice bits in the beef? Like, how is this together? That's what I need to know.
I think it's
make my
basically,
decision.
apparently, according to my sources, what occurred is they've got like rice grains. They kind of smothered in like fish gelatin, yeah, and then they've put it all amongst
that
like
rice
beef
things.
cells. Otherwise, you just be killing cows, and it defeats the purpose, right?
Right. Yeah.
But you're just getting like cells from the beef,
Right.
right? So it could be, I guess, parts of the beef that you wasn't going to eat anyway. So anyway, the cells, and then it's kind of in that same petri dish. It latches onto the rice. After a certain amount of time, it kind of grows and it's infused in the rice grains.
So it becomes its own thing.
Precisely.
Right.
Beef rice.
Beef rice.
Okay.
You just
Sounds
boil,
yummy.
just boil it. I think.
Yeah, or fry it. Or something.
Fried rice grain.
Oh my God, it's giving Uncle Eddie.
And the next thing is apparently Ivory Coast won the AFCON because they all went to see their babalawos and they got juju attached to them.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
These men are too fine for that. They were too fine for all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Oh, is that the final scenario?
that's pretty much it.
So do we have our own, or do we team up as one and give
No,
our
you
one
have
your
your
answer?
own. Have your
No.
own.
I think they're all fake.
I like
Was
that.
it joke? They're all joke.
All jokes,
Yeah,
yeah?
all jokes.
All jokes.
Okay.
I think Rachel was woke AF.
Okay.
Just some point. That woman is a criminal through and through.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, hypothetically, as a banter. The second one, the rice beef thing. Well, we talked about that whole STEM thing making fake meat the other week, didn't we?
Okay.
So I'm gonna say that's false, man. I don't really believe that. I just think it's just so. It sounds like it stinks. And the third one, false. Rachel's the only woke one I'm going with.
Okay. I like your analysis of that.
Yeah.
Pretty marks, Brent.
I'm the same. I think the first one is woke. I think the second one is joke. I just think it's, even if scientists did want to create food, it's just such a far-fetched, like, we don't need to go all the way there. We can
Yeah.
start with things that we actually know about. And then the last one, I think is joke, mainly because, like, we can't prove it, so.
Okay, cool. Marks?
I can't remember the last one.
Ivory Coast, Judge. That's why they won the AFCON.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Mocha joke. What's the rice and beef? Don't sound right. Don't know. What is it? Rice flavored beef, or is it actually infused with meat?
It's infused. They use real beef cells, and the beef
So
cells.
how would you cook that? Is it fried rice?
Or olive oil or something.
Yeah, I might just go with I might just go with Rachel. You know,
Okay, cool.
no, talk about Rachel for no reason.
Honestly, she's not a name you just say.
Yeah, she's not just a name you just say. So if she's popped up, it's because she's in the
reason.
news, isn't it? So she must have done
She
something.
did that shit.
Okay. Brent, what are you saying?
I think that the Rachel is true because it sounds like her. And I think she would have gotten fired when it is they found out that she had an OnlyFans account, because if she's an educator, I think every educator will get fired.
Yeah, as it should.
I believe
That's a
she also
sad
changed her name. That sounds like her too. She would have doubled down. The second one, I believe is true. Only because I've seen how vegan dishes be moving crazy.
It's not vegan though.
No people
No, I
gonna eat
hear
that.
that.
But he said if you can do that with vegan
100%.
dishes,
Okay, I hear
how
you.
much more with the real stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Respectfully.
Last one, I just take it as like a given that every single
You're not serious.
every single team had their support from whichever
Deity.
doctor was in their village at the time. But I don't know if it is that that's something that would be reported on like that.
Good point.
So I'll go with the first two and no for the last one.
Okay. Well, I put some links in the doc, Brent. I've got your final answers, guys, and every one of you is wrong.
Really?
Wait, can I guess what? Can I have? I reckon STEM is right
Okay.
and the other two are wrong. STEM? Why did I say STEM?
Did you say all of them are wrong?
I said all of them were wrong.
Yeah.
I said all of them were joke. But
Okay.
I reckon the beef and rice one is woke
Okay.
and the other two are joke.
Okay. They're all right.
Fuck.
They're all correct. Rachel Dolezal is out here
Is
calling
Nkechi?
herself Nkechi and still getting money, about £1,000 a month from OnlyFans. New School found out, sacked her, but she's still making her money. Scientists have indeed found what they call an affordable and eco-friendly source of protein. They've created a new type of hybrid food, a meaty rice that they say, like I said, could be for those who need it. You know what I'm saying? And basically it's packed with beef muscle and fat cells and it's grown in a lab. So the rice was first coated in fish gelatin to help the beef cells latch on, like I said. And the grains were left in a petri dish to culture for 11 days. And the researchers say that the food may serve as a relief for famine, military rations, or even space food in the future. The new food, man. And the last one, as you can see, the Ivorian goalkeeper apparently has some juju on his back.
That is true.
Sorry, what did you say the third one was? Wasn't it that they won because of
Yeah,
the
because of the judge.
This wasn't.
I
You frame this
mean,
properly.
he's not wearing it for no reason.
Nah,
It's-
but you
it's
didn't.
to-
No,
it's to
but
get the
they
advantage,
nearly
right?
didn't win, so no, you didn't frame that
No,
properly.
no,
Nearly doesn't count. They won.
No, if you had asked me, did they do juju?
Yeah.
I
Would've said yes.
Everyone did, probably.
And he said that in his answer. To be fair,
Yes.
Yeah, but how could
did
anyone
that
prove
they
that-
reported it as though this is why they won?
No, but who's can ever say that this is the reason why?
But
they won?
how you frame the question, I was like, all right, cool. Then there must have been some report where empirical evidence.
How? But no, you don't have empirical evidence about no belief system.
But to be honest, you're going on as though this is wilder than the rice.
I'm not going to
Or the
anything.
white
I
woman
just gave
changing
you,
the name to
I gave you
Nigerian.
three things. man. I gave you 3 things.
which is a nice name as well.
I refuse to believe I was wrong on that one, sir. I think every single one of these African players had some sort of battery pack or
Okay,
what is
imagine.
that? A
What about?
stone?
Do you
So
know
what?
what's so
No African
interesting
players
though?
are Christians, Muslims.
You take
You're asking a silly question.
You are do them.
You are
I
exactly.
don't know what you're saying.
You tick all the boxes, boy.
Send your back, bro. What's giving you your power, bro?
It's on that side.
It's so interesting because when I was actually watching the game, the goals they scored, it actually looked like. It looked like the. Do you know what? I'll be so honest, and I remember saying this to my little sister. I was like, it was as though like
It was
they.
comedy, like slapstick.
No, like they confused their enemies. Because it's like the Nigerian players are like looking for the ball, but the ball was in the net. So now I see that it makes sense.
And you're on my side then.
I'm not on your side.
That's what made
No, I'm
them
not on your
win.
side. No, I'm not on your side.
That's what made them win.
No, I'm not on your side. It's just that's interesting. That's
Well-
so interesting.
Yeah, man.
Well, he could at least put it tucked in his boxes or something. Maybe we're trying to see
He was
that.
excited. He was reaching, you know.
Gosh.
Pray for that works, man.
Love
You
that
still,
for
you
him.
still got to try and go keep.
I mean, at least theirs worked. Nigerian team need to get a refund. get a new man.
So what normally happens then?
You've got to come on the wrong person.
No. Do you get refunds?
No, you can't get a refund.
Nah,
Like,
You
man.
ask them for a
obviously
refund,
they promise, hey, you will do this and the next.
Yeah.
If it doesn't come true, then what happens?
happens?
You're
It
fraud,
doesn't
innit?
shake your faith in them.
Not really, because you would have seen that it works in other things. So maybe you just blame yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like in other belief systems as well.
Don't look at me.
Is it like a disclaimer?
Don't tag me into these conversations.
In other belief systems, that's what happened. Oh, I'm praying to God for this, that, and that. If it doesn't happen, well, God works in mysterious ways.
No, but God,
No,
that's
it's
different though,
different.
because
That's
God
very
did not
But
say
now
to
it's
me.
different.
No, I'll tell you why
Because you're
it's
like
different.
paying
Because
for
God
a specific outcome. It's different.
And God didn't say to me, I'm going to make this happen, and then it didn't happen.
Yeah, he just
These
like, I hear
ones,
you.
them people are saying, you are going to win the AFCON, and then you didn't win.
I think it's only
Get
because
your money back.
it's only because there's a middleman. You know what I'm saying? When you go to church and
Who's
the
the
pastor
middleman?
and the pastor tells you that's the middleman. The pastor tells you, guys, seed, put money in, sow into the church, and you'll get this.
So you need to go to proper
that's
churches.
not
I don't
how
know
it
that happened in my church.
happens.
That don't happen in my church. I'm talking about when I pray to God directly, because Jesus died for that. So I pray to God
Okay.
one-on-one now.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Anywho.
didn't answer the question. All right. Well, thank you for that. Let's get into our last headlines for today.
Somebody say spiritual healer.
Oh, yeah.
And I could give you prosperity, make you babies and stuff. Like, do they ever have like results?
I don't know. I've never spoken to one of them. Yeah.
Have you got any uncles or whatnot that do that?
No. They got real jobs. They got real jobs.
I didn't like babalawos, but just mobile.
I don't know if those are
Just
babalawos.
mobile.
Babalawos are not out there
Not
trying
June
to
side hustle.
sell their services.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that as a side hustle? Gosh.
Well, yeah.
Yes, Gin and Gist. My country is full of them. Mama, we're descendants. We're
Do
displaced
that we go
Africans.
together.
Well, I know we're displaced Africans. We practice that all the time in Trinidad. I hope it isn't your way. I'm an African. That's why I know. She was just basically saying that I was being a bit rude or racist, but yeah, I identify as an African man.
Good. All right. Next headline. Trigger warning on this, man. Families are continuing to flee the capital of Haiti, man, because of gang violence. So hundreds of families have been steadily leaving their homes under heavy shootouts since Sunday as rival gangs fight for control in the capital, Port-au-Prince. Some of the displaced are residents of the Fuji neighborhood in the north of Port-au-Prince, and most of them are women and children. Kenya was supposed to lead a UN-backed security mission, but a court ruling has halted the Haiti deployment. What happened?
Been okay.
I'm like, this is a really
Very
serious
bad
headline.
No,
This
it's-
is another.
Very bad timing.
But I beg you, don't laugh at these moments because
Yes.
Yeah.
it
Anyways,
could go different.
so a spokesperson for the Kenyan government said,
I stand
Late-
with Emmanuel.
Oh, shut up. Can you read?
I stand with Emmanuel. My brother.
a
You said that's
spokesperson,
we've got company.
a spokesperson for the Kenyan government said in late January that the decision would be contested legally. Kenya was supposed to send 1,000 police officers. Burundi, Chad, Senegal, Jamaica, and Belize also have pledged troops for the multinational mission. Displaced families are now displaced families now camp with their few belongings near a police station that they hope will keep them safe. Next headline is apparently the Home Office are looking to pay influencers to urge others.
Sorry. I bet. Actually, no. Do it again.
The Home Office will pay influencers to urge others on TikTok not to cross the English Channel in small boats.
Huh?
Yeah, man.
I'm so.
Wait.
What? Do you think the people
Oh,
who
on
are trying to cross the channel are on TikTok?
Bro, they're like, you never know, man. They've got to
They've
cover
got, like-
all bases.
One
They're fighting
set
for
of
their
shirt
life.
on their back. They're not on TikTok like, oh my God.
Stay
Nah,
in
they
the
got
boat.
TikTok.
said-
They got TikTok.
She said I shouldn't cross the border, so you know what?
I'm influenced. I won't.
No, you
I'll
lot-
just stay here in this war-torn country.
What, you
Okay,
think they're
love.
crossing the channel without apps? These are sick. Of course they got apps on their phone.
They got Google Maps.
I think the driver, I think the steering of the ship might have Google Maps.
My ways.
But I don't think that, fine, let's say they got apps. I don't think they're going to be swayed by TikTok not to cross the channel. Or
Yeah, I can't see it.
Do you not think it's going to happen though? Do you not think that why they're doing that? They're doing that to sway the public's opinion of these things. And then we're going to
also,
become a
yeah.
people and a country that are anti-immigrants. And then that's how we're going to end up voting in conservatives because they are heavily anti-immigrant.
Okay.
Foresight.
Well, social media influencers will be offered thousands of pounds to post content deterring people in countries where migrants often originate, such as Albania, by talking about new immigration laws and the threat of deportation to Rwanda. So if you guys get like £5,000 each, what you lot saying?
No.
No,
No?
I would never go against my integrity.
How much for each?
Ever.
£5,000
No.
To do what?
to say don't cross the
Don't
borders.
cross the borders.
That's a good message.
Get off
Talk
the boat.
about new immigration laws and the threat of deportation to Rwanda. Those are the two key things. They
So
want.
so see what I'm saying? If Rwanda is such a nice place,
Email them
why
on
do
our
they keep saying
behalf.
threats?
You're
Do you know
making that so bad.
what I mean? They make it sound like you're literally going to, I don't even know. Gosh.
No, but also that policy, like when are we actually going to cut the cameras and just ask, like, what the hell? Like that, that's so mad to me. It feels like this is Black Mirror. This is not serious. Like, are we seriously deporting people from the UK to Rwanda? Of all
we are.
places, not been there. Could
Yeah.
be absolutely lovely,
Apparently
but
it
it's
is.
so random.
It is
Yeah.
stunning.
Apparently it is
It's so
lovely.
random to me.
Yeah,
But they
it
make
is
it sound like
quite-
it's not. Because like all the why would you
They're
want
trying to
influencers?
fear people.
Do you know what I
like,
mean?
to
Same
stop them
influencers
from
like
coming.
if you cross the borders and whatnot, there's a threat of you going to Rwanda.
They might even have a better life
Rwanda's
there.
lit.
At least they're gonna get some sun.
Mate,
Sure.
But I don't think they're gonna get as much handouts in Rwanda.
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think they
And
get
that's-
I
much.
think they were lying about that. Because remember when telling them that they get to have pools?
Get that one?
Do you remember we were talking about the swimming pools in
They
Rwanda?
package it like
yeah.
an all-inclusive.
They were packaged like yes.
Yeah,
They
I
said
think so.
they've got jobs ready for them. They just said all you got to do is just you and your bag get here and we've got you. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, because it's hotels, isn't it?
Yeah, they got hotels that it was a whole thing. And now you're saying the threat if you come over, if you cross the channels, is the threat of you going to Rwanda. What is so threatening about Rwanda? Rwanda is to stand up as well. Don't take this.
I don't think
speak
they
to you like
mind
that.
because they got their money, innit?
true.
Told
Yeah, they
you.
paid Rwanda. And from Rwanda, I'm saying no backseas, love, no refunds.
Didn't Rwanda even try and block? I think they took the money and then they were like, oh, actually, you can't send as many, or I don't know. They tried to push back a bit on the deal.
I think they asked for more money or something like that, didn't they?
Yeah. I think there was the next payment that was meant to come. But Rwanda, to be fair to them, they did say, you know what, if it doesn't work out, we'll give you the money back.
Oh, did they? Oh, that's weak.
That's honourable.
That's weak. I don't like people like that. Standing business. Sorry, you didn't plan properly, and so it didn't work out for you. Our country has spent this money. Thank you very much.
Well, a Home Office spokesperson said that the department makes no apologies for using every means necessary to stop the boats and save lives. So they said, man.
I do
That's what they're trying to mask
understand
it
that
as.
this. Okay, no, I don't understand them. Let me be very careful what I say. I
Okay.
think like that. Obviously, it's not a safe way of coming across, and like many
Yeah.
lives are lost, and it is so sad. So for that sense, I
get
agree.
it. Yeah.
But I do understand their need to like get out of wherever, like, you know, seek asylum or refuge.
Yeah. It's tricky.
And I think you should, you know, with open doors, welcome people in.
Yeah. Well, additionally, in that same statement, it also says that people smugglers frequently use social media to peddle lies and promote their criminal activities, right?
People smugglers, what?
People smugglers are frequently using social media to peddle lies and promote their criminal activities.
What, like hashtag ad I can get you to
Yeah.
London?
Yeah, apparently.
What side of TikTok is that?
This is what the Home Office is saying. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and they said
Day
it's
in the
vital.
life of a people smuggler.
Not a
Get
day.
ready with me to help smuggle people across the channel.
Yeah,
Can you
man.
imagine?
And apparently what they're
This one
saying
is a joke.
they're saying it's vital that we utilize the same platforms to inform those migrants about the truths about crossing the channel and coming to the UK illegally. And the cost will be capped at £5,000 per person.
Do you know what it is though? They're gonna have to, because any black creative that does this is gonna get cooked.
Oh, 100%.
So bad. It's gonna be what they did to Young Philly when the British Army won, and you're gonna sit here and help Priti Patel and Suella Braverman. Oh, honey, you're finished.
I reckon they can get Randy's influence to do it. Randy's influences.
Who's that?
People from Rwanda.
Influences from Rwanda.
Oh, they're called Rwandese.
Yeah, I didn't know. It
Oh,
took
that's
me a minute.
beautiful. That's a nice nationality.
I'll do it for the money, man.
Come on, give us your pitch. How you?
Oh yeah, how you
saying in the
doing
video?
this?
Don't go on the boats, baby.
It ain't safe.
It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe.
No, you doing?
Yeah, you gotta get hit with a dance.
It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe.
It ain't safe on the docks. Not even for the cops. Hey. Oh, hey, I'll kill that. I'll kill that.
You're
Hey,
ridiculous.
come,
you know.
sign me up.
And I reckon they could also, I guess, showcase certain beautiful parts in Rwanda. So I'm thinking that this this initiative, they're saying if it is you do look to cross and we catch you, then we ship you, right? And he's like,
Sorry, catch
hey,
you and ship you is fine.
hey, look how lit it is over here. There's fishing, and the lakes are beautiful, by the way.
The
Only
swimming
because I got a
pools.
Rwandese correspondent. It is amazing over there. Obviously, what they're doing, taking money to do what they're doing in Congo is mad. And that's why is they even have a link in the first place. That's their connection. No, it's the truth. It's the truth. But I think you'd be good with that, man.
But Brent, if they start getting people from Rwanda to do that, where people want to bypass the UK and go straight to Rwanda.
Precisely.
But Rwanda don't want
So
them
basically, you're
like that.
getting money for free. You're not really doing the devil's work.
No, but I'm not really.
There you are.
Because the problem may be much more at my doorstep. At least it's filtered through the UK.
Talk to me.
And the only people that's coming to me is the people on the plane. So I know there's only
Start
50.
again.
So for example, like if you get someone from Rwanda to do all of this, right?
Yeah.
Make Rwanda like this beautiful place, which it is.
Yes, it is.
Right?
It's not
People
going-
may...
You're not lying. You're not
No, it's true.
manufacturing.
100%, it's true. And then people may be like, wait a minute, why am I come to UK anyway? Let me just come straight to Rwanda.
This is what
That's how it
British should
should
be
be.
doing.
Yeah, because I think there is this big ad for like, go to the UK or go to the US. People
Yeah.
that are fleeing, not even just fleeing. You have people just in like West African countries that's like, I gotta make it out. I gotta go to America, where there are so many beautiful countries on the continent that you can go to and start a new life. So I do think, reframing and like advertising countries that are welcoming immigrants is probably a better thing to do.
And the passport bros are doing a great job doing that.
Yeah, but it may be a problem for the people of Rwanda because, like, at least if it's filtered through the UK, I'm getting paid for it, right? And also, number two, I know how many people's turning up on Monday. You know what I'm saying? But if you come in,
you're saying it's gonna be an influx in Rwanda?
It could be a problem.
But songs like Rwanda's saying, "Hey, we got a lot of land here, and we want our economy to boom. We need a bit of diversity in the mix."
Yeah, but if
We see how well it's done for you, Brits. We want to follow suit. Why not until they realize they shouldn't have done a deal?
I think it's only because for the same act, I can get 100 million. In addition, for the same thing of allowing people to come in, I can get 100 million from the UK. You know what I'm saying? So instead of you just turning up at my door and me allowing you in, if you come through the UK will give me 100 million.
Yeah, and you get the
saying?
perks. I wouldn't go straight to Rwanda. I come via the UK.
You even asked, let me go Rwanda.
So actually, get on that boat.
See, they asked me for a refund. That invoice has been retracted so quick.
All right, guys. So our last headline, according to the Metropolitan Police, they've said that around 600 drivers, seeking to overturn fines for speeding after a fake 50 miles per hour sign was placed on a dual carriageway in southeast London will not have their penalties waived. Can you imagine?
But it's fake though.
It's fake. But I didn't know it's fake. I just see 50.
Oh
No.
I get it though. It depends. Oh, it's a dual carriageway though.
Yeah.
But what's the maximum speed on dual carriageway?
40.
Yeah,
I
so
only know
they said
because
you should have focused on that AA theory book.
Okay,
But what if it changes though, man? You know what I'm saying?
I ain't paying that, man.
It's not fair.
I'm
Did they
going
do
to
that on
I'm going to
purpose?
Europe.
I'm not too sure.
To Rwanda.
No, like the high courts. Like I'm going all the way.
You know the case after Vybz Kartel?
Yeah. I'm going all the way. I ain't paying that. That's impossible. These are can prove that
That was fake.
it was fake.
That's how I would actually.
I'm not paying.
it's not
That's
fair.
mad.
It's very
It's not fair.
cheeky.
I was in a box over the weekend and I'm just praying to God I don't get a letter. I mean, it's Wednesday now. It's Thursday now. If I didn't get it yesterday, it's done.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Well, it was bare of us in there. So,
Just means there'll be better letters.
nah. I literally said to I was with my friend and I was like, I'm going to court for this one. I'm going to court. Your Honor, I've got a word.
Honor.
There's no way. I'm not paying that. But that's really out of order there.
Well, thousands of motorists were ticketed, man, on the A20 near Sidcup on the stretch of road where the speed limit had been temporarily dropped.
I know that one. I live by there. Used to live by there.
So it's temporarily dropped from 70 to 40.
Yeah,
Right.
to be honest, it's a strong 40 though. I know that one. It's a strong 40. It was never a 50. It's a strong 40 because there's cameras as well. There's like 3 cameras on there and each one has a 40. So seeing one fake sign is not grounds.
It's a damn shame, man. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I hear it.
police said that the 50 miles per hour sign was installed by an unauthorized third party on January the 24th after speed cameras were set to match the lowered limit. So CCTV generated hundreds of automatic fines and
Must have thought
penalty
this is a good
points.
day.
Yeah.
All of that to drivers who were guided by the incorrect sign. While the Met Police admits the sign should not have been there, it, in their words, would not have impacted the enforcement of the 40 miles per hour average speed limit.
Do you know what they're saying? They're saying that you had it in you to speed anyway.
Can you imagine?
So
Yeah, man. 12 local MPs have written to the London Mayor, Sadiq Khan, urging him to cancel the fines. Let's see
he
what
won.
Mr. Khan does.
he won. He's a weak
He's for the
man.
people, innit? Labour.
Boy.
So we'll see. But yeah, it's time
You're
to
never
pay the
beating the charges,
bills.
by the way. You're never going to beat them. All right, let's get into the reaction.
Welcome to the reaction, people, where I read the sports headlines. I don't think there's never got that. Never got that reaction before.
You know, I was waiting. I was like, I wonder what your segment's going to be. Is it going to be
yeah,
sports?
I was as well.
Oh no, it's mine. This is gonna be short and sweet. So
Sorry.
sorry to disappoint you, man.
He's
Like, just give
overwhelmed.
it pretty proper turn. Like, okay, give it to us. Like, what's the news, love?
Well,
Oh, dear.
it was Champions League last night. Bayern lost to Lazio. Tuchel might be sacked. Harry Kane's in the mud. And they lost to Leverkusen the other day as well, you know. Leverkusen are like 5 points clear of Bundesliga. So if Kane goes to Bayern and they lose the league, that's going to
Bayern Munich.
stink. Yeah.
Women in sports. We love
Women
it.
in sport.
Love
You know
it.
your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really going to stink if he goes there.
Someone himself.
Huh? So she's seen someone inside.
I didn't say that.
What happened?
Oh, inside
So
joke.
you guys all really mumble, by the way. I'm having a
It's
really
because
difficult
what they're
time
saying is evil.
to
It's
understand.
because it's coming from wicked hearts. So they mumble. There's a lot of mumbling in this.
I'm like, what are we?
Yeah.
Sorry, as you were, Bayern Munich.
But yeah, Bayern Munich lost 1-0 to Lazio. And Paris Saint-Germain beat Real Sociedad 2-0 in our only results from yesterday. And I've only got one headline to read out, unless he edits while I'm reading.
Yep.
I can see it moving. Just go. Savannah Marshall could fight Claressa Shields again, but this time in a mixed martial arts. What? Savannah Marshall's pursuit of Claressa Shields continues in a second sport. Shields and Marshall are fierce rivals who boxed as amateurs and had an outstanding undisputed world title fight as professional boxers. Marshall lost by unanimous decision, but has long called for a rematch with the American. Even though both have made their names as pro boxers and will continue their respective boxing careers, both have also signed with MMA promotion PFL. Marshall will go on a scouting mission to make sure she has a front row seat to watch Shields' next bout in PFL. I'm going to be there, cage side, having a look, sizing her up, Marshall told Sky Sports. I'm under no illusions why they signed me. They haven't looked at me and thought she'll be a brilliant MMA fighter. They signed me because there's potential for me to fight Claressa in the smart cage, isn't there? That's why they signed me. And
Is that a man?
Claressa Shields.
No, it's a woman, isn't it? No, the person you're reporting on.
No, but Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall.
Oh, okay. I just said Marshall.
Oh,
So I thought we were mixing and matching.
don't you remember them? They had a big fight last year. We was reporting on it. Black gal, black.
Oh,
black
yeah, the
gal,
one
white,
you
white
said
woman.
you guys thought I was going to watch. See how that turned out.
It was a good fight though. Marshall punched her up. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
I'll take your word for it.
I feel like you was engaged at the time.
I was engaged at the time, but I can't watch people fighting.
Okay.
It's a bit much.
You mean Shields punched her up?
Hmm?
You mean Shields punched her up? You said Marshall punched her up. You mean Claressa Shields?
Ain't Marshall the black one?
No. Shields is a black one.
This is awkward.
Someone
Well
won.
then.
Someone won.
No, we know who won. I just mixed them up. Ah,
The black lady win.
yeah.
Okay.
News stories materialized, guys.
This is just in.
News just in.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. So, Congolese footballer leaves Rwanda rayon sport over war gesture. What? A Congolese footballer has landed back in his home country after a political gesture appeared to cost him his place at a top Rwandan club. Rayon Sport says it has parted with midfielder Heritier Luvumbu.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
There you go. Hours earlier, he had been given a 6-month ban over a gesture that expressed solidarity with war victims in the Democratic Republic of Congo. DR Congo, the US and UN experts accuse Rwanda of backing the M23 rebel group, which is causing havoc in the east. Rwanda has consistently denied the allegations. Hundreds of thousands have fled their homes in the past fortnight. This is the same Rwanda user was just saying, just calm to go to.
I just told you that. Though.
I'm just saying, Luvumbu landed in trouble after pointedly covering his mouth with his left hand while pointing his fingers to his temple, mimicking a gun after scoring from a free kick in Sunday's game against Police FC. Oh. The same gestures have been made days before by DR Congo's national team before kickoff at the African Cup of Nations semi-final against Ivory Coast. And that is the end of
That's
our sports
interesting.
news.
Because apparently they censored them and didn't show them throughout the match. Because they had the people had posters and stuff saying Free Congo and stuff like that. And they just didn't show them
Oh, is it?
during the match. Yeah.
Yeah, but football don't like to politicise anything.
Yeah.
They banned the players get in trouble for doing that kind of stuff as well. They try to just be aside from that. So I
crazy.
suppose that's why. It's definitely crazy though. But yeah, that's the end of our sports news. Let's get into Out Ere. Huh?
No, we didn't do it now. I just clicked on it.
No, we didn't click it. But I
Oh,
mean, I
yeah.
can click it now. And it said LOL and it's not funny.
I can't remember why I did it.
Huh?
I can't remember why. I don't even know what it is. But let me check.
It's just about white privilege, I suppose.
Okay.
That why you went there? Basically, there's a woman, she's a doctor, and she's been self-prescribing herself and her friends and family, or at least 2 or 3 people for about 17 years, medical cannabis. And
In the UK.
Yeah, in the UK, yeah. She's a GP. She's got her own
Nice.
private kind of GP thing. She's been self-prescribing cannabis and her people them. I don't know how.
It's a side hustle.
I don't know how she got caught, but she got caught, and then they had a tribunal, and I'm not sure what the governing body's called, but they held her accountable for all this stuff. She's been described as arrogant and dishonest and all these things, and they banned her for like 9 months from practicing. But she's took a course.
Oh, look at her. She didn't even look like the type.
It's always the ones that don't look like the type.
She literally,
Everyday mum.
She literally is like an everyday soccer mum. Got
Yeah.
Volkswagen, big car.
Well, yeah,
kind
she
of
ran a
vibe.
private practice, but she got her license to practice again. Guess how she got it? Because she attended.
Black market.
No. She just went on a retreat, a nice cozy retreat for 8 days, to face the importance of truthfulness.
That's
She went to a
why it was funny.
truthfulness-
See? I remember now.
She went to a truthfulness retreat.
She went to a truthfulness retreat where they
Joking.
just talk truth, and they just
So
they just
truthfully.
talk truthfully, and just
They know.
live. They live their truth. They stand in their truth, and they just accept what truth
I was
is.
thinking that.
And overall, they just get a very good understanding of truth.
Okay.
And then she's been
The
absolved.
truth really comes back.
She's been absolved. So now she's saying now she knows the difference between a lie and the
And
truth.
truth.
That is joke.
Huh?
That
That
is.
is absolutely.
Oh, her glasses
amazing.
matching that
mad,
outfit.
And if you don't never even told me that, I wouldn't know that's a thing. So that's it.
There's hella retreats. You know, people just make retreats for anything, boy.
You're a GP, yeah. You've been doing false prescriptions, not even just for yourself, for other people, yeah. They've caught you. They know fully well you've been doing this over a period of 17 years. And you don't lose your license.
Crazy.
Sounds quite
Crazy.
interesting to me.
Quite interesting, love.
Is it maybe because of the nature of the crime? As in,
It's not that serious.
is it as harmful?
No, I
as-
think it's the face of the perpetrator though, because what medical cannabis is cannabis, and people are selling cannabis and getting arrested.
This is
There's-
true.
there's
So
that.
what are we doing?
But then they also that's legalized cannabis.
Yeah,
But it's not
exactly.
legalized because she's doing
False
illegal
prescriptions.
false prescriptions.
So it's given to people that should
Don't
not
need
be
it.
having cannabis.
No, exactly. She's
No,
a drug dealer.
No, but she may market it that
She
way.
is a drug dealer.
100%.
She's a drug dealer.
But I think she may at least say that's the case. That at least these people need this. So I'm kind of prescribing it to them.
Because I would just say that they got some pain and, you know, we tried everything and weed
do
was
it
the
the right
next
way.
thing. Yeah.
You should just do it the right way.
That's interesting.
What does like a truthfulness retreat look like? You see like the breakthrough moment? Like, what does that
Do you know
look
what I feel
like?
like? In my mind, yeah, from the moment you park up, you're being tested. Like from the moment, like on how truthful you are. So they're like, you're like, what's your name? And you're like, Mark. They're like, no, it's not. It's Benjamin. And then they're like, why are you here? And then you're like, oh, you know, I just did a bit of this.
It's not.
It's not. No.
Oh, is it not?
No. You do like a Benjamin. You could be.
you think?
Yeah, you could
could
also
be a
Benjamin.
Benjamin Button. I get it.
Okay. No, I was going to that.
I think just Benjamin.
No, but Benjamin looks younger the older he gets.
You're trying to say this.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
No, it was lost on you. I know. It was
No, I know the story of Benjamin. Okay.
Fair. But yeah, in my mind, that's what it would be like. And then you all sit around a campfire and you all tell the truth. And it's like, and they will ask you questions where you have to tell the truth. Like, what's the worst thing you ever did? Obviously, she would say again, gotta be truthful. They asked. In my mind, I can imagine it being a nice retreat. You know, I would go on that.
I can imagine it being really pleasant and just relaxing and
They're
just.
probably getting high as well.
But let's
She
say
didn't get in
like,
any
your
trouble.
truth
She
is
didn't
mad.
get in any trouble.
What'd you say, Amber?
What if you like have like a mad truth? Do they not have like? Surely they have to be like, well, we actually have to. Sorry guys, that was too truthful.
That's too
We have to
truthful.
take
We have
it
to call
away. Like
authorities,
there
I'm
must
afraid.
be like
There's got
levels.
no,
of
there's got to be
like,
some kind of client confidentiality.
There
thing.
has to be, man. Can you imagine? We're gonna call the authorities. I'm joking, guys. I was lying. I came because I'm a liar. Yeah, in my mind, it would actually be a nice retreat to go to.
be lovely.
Yeah, it just doesn't sound like a punishment.
But you just got to tell the truth for every single thing. So even if something's not nice, you don't like it. Say the food is horrible. You got to be like, oh, I don't like this food. This food is horrible. That'd be lit.
This was just set up so that the whites could basically pretend that they're doing
That
something.
it changed.
Yeah, there ain't no blacks over there.
I always say if it was like the Diane Abbott of GP, she wouldn't have been afforded that kind of.
You know what I
The black was
mean?
treated
for
jail.
real.
No way.
Diane Abbott wasn't allowed to have an M&S cocktail.
Yeah.
Definitely not allowed.
Imagine.
What's the
To
difference
prescribing
between,
weed.
What's
Can
the
you
difference
imagine?
between that and the 700 nurses then? They're all lying.
Okay.
She's
see?
qualified to prescribe to make false prescriptions.
She didn't need to
They're
lie.
not qualified.
Remember what?
Yeah.
Do good.
Remember, white lies are different to black lies. So it's one of them things, isn't it?
It's crazy, man.
Black lives matter, man.
The black lies.
Yeah. They really do.
Oh,
You're dumb.
I don't know what the governing body's called because I think they're all done it. Because I don't think that was
But then actually, yeah, it's serious though. 'Cause I was going to ask whether her license should be revoked.
It
But
should
it is
be.
serious because it
It
could have
should
gone
be.
left.
No,
And
like
it's
it
not
should
gonna be
be.
actually
It should be
waiting. Yeah.
revoked. That means she could do anything. She could have been giving people Xanax. What does that do?
It's
There's
a calm.
but people in America are
For
addicted
anxiety
to
and
it,
stuff, isn't it?
for sure. I know that much.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
What's the GMC stand for? I'm trying to find out these people's the governing body that allowed this behaviour.
They put so many pictures of her there,
And
making
where's
it
the
so nice
GMC?
and wholesome.
Yeah.
Listen, that's
Like,
what they
where's
do.
the picture of her like lashed out after a night out? Like, let me see that one.
The GMC I've done it here, man. She got off too lightly, man. She
Definitely.
got off too lightly. Not practicing for 9 months and then getting your job back. It's crazy. And it's private. There's nothing in place to stop her from doing this again. She just learn from her mistakes and just be better. You get me? Just cover her tracks better. So getting away with murder. God damn. But that's it. She's definitely done it here, man. Let's get into our outro.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you to our lovely guests. You guys have got a live show coming up.
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
do.
do.
April 21st.
You let the Can you let the people know about it, know about your podcast as well, your DJ and everything you do guys on radio every week as well?
Yeah.
Who wants to go? Go
Oh
on.
God! All right, so yeah, we are a dynamic duo doing everything. We have a weekly podcast called Style City Diaries, where we talk about fashion and pop culture in a very unserious, chilled girl chat and boy chat kind of way. What else do we do, Amber?
And we yes, and what do we do? What do
DJ.
we do?
DJ, radio.
We
So
also
what do we do?
Yeah, no. So every Monday we have a radio show on Represent. You can catch us there 7 till 9. Just playing like up and coming music from UK artists, interviewing. What else do we do? Oh yeah, producers and stuff sending like your remixes. We play them
Yes.
too, and then we DJ as well. Catch us at like your local brand event.
Yeah, doing that thing. And yeah, we have a live show April 21st at Union Theatre. All the information's on our Instagram.
Yeah, come along, get a ticket. It's so much fun.
It's so silly. Well, no, thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Very
It's
good
been really
vibes.
fun.
I actually want to come back. I come back
No,
tomorrow.
you're
Yeah.
always welcome to come back. Always welcome to come back.
I
I told
feel
you guys, you guys
so
are warning
like
people.
so much knowledge has been.
Oh, honestly.
Yeah,
no,
I was
literally.
like looking at me like, "Chow, are we really like giving the knowledge to our listeners? Like when I compare the two, what the fuck am I actually talking about?" I'm like, "Yeah, have you seen these new Yeezy trainers?"
Been to the retreat.
So I was just too honest.
But no, definitely listen to the podcast. It's so much fun. Thanks for having us, guys.
No, thank you for coming. We appreciate it. And thank you guys for tuning in as well. We appreciate it. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. All that great stuff. Big up our researchers, big up our editors, big up everybody that's involved with the show in one way or another. Don't forget we're on Discord now, so you can check us out on there. Who the hell is that?
I said I wanted to say something in the outro.
You did. Okay, let me finish the stuff. Okay, follow us on our social media platforms, The Day After TNB, on Instagram, Twitter, and on the Clock app. Also, if you want to send dilemmas in, the number is 075-648-41073. That's also the number to call when we're live on air. And if you want to inquire about the show, feature on the show, email address, thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Over to you, Brent.
All right, cool. So, fellas and ladies, if it is you guys know all of these people in this
I'm a data.
grid, you don't have to know all of them, to be honest. You have to pick 3 of them. You're getting jumped by 50 people, right? 50 people. You have to pick 3 of them to stand by your side. Who you picking?
I'm picking
I know a
Medea.
lot of them.
Wait, stop.
Rambo. Rambo is the top E. E is Rambo, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Medusa. M. No, because
Medea.
Medea.
Medea. Sorry,
No,
not
not
Medusa. Sorry,
Medusa. Well, I mean,
I meant Medea.
people do say there's a spiritual.
Yeah, so
Medusa
I'm doing
lurking.
Rambo, Medea, because Medea would actually just really jar the enemies. You know what I mean? And then I just feel like I have to go for Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, where is he?
S.
S.
All right.
And that Mike Tyson.
That's not Muhammad Ali.
Oh, Mike Tyson. Oh,
You even
shit.
said S.
Yeah.
Women.
No, because I know how to. I knew.
We did the
I knew where
complete
she was
opposite
going.
of
My
everything
brain
we just did.
knows. So it's actually very far for me from here.
Doesn't
To be
even
fair,
look like him.
I'm closer, and that still don't look. The guy on N, that is like Michael Schofield to me. So,
Yeah, exactly.
From
Is that
Prison
not-
Break.
Yeah,
That's
from
Jason
Prison
Statham.
Break.
That's Jason
I don't
Statham.
watch these shows.
I'm sure.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's my three.
All right, Mugs.
He's L.
Mine's easy.
I'm not idea.
I'm taking Ip Man.
What letter is that?
Yeah, you're gonna have
D.
letters.
D.
D, yeah.
D.
Okay.
Master of Wing Chun. He taught Bruce Lee everything he knows. Was a serious man.
What?
Right.
Yeah, just a serious man. So if I got Ip Man there, I'm straight. And then I will go Batman.
Why?
Because Batman's got gadgets and money and he can do his thing. So
Okay.
he can fight multiple people at one time. I've seen Batman in action. I know he's got this. Black Widow. Q. Scarlett Johansson, is that her name? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
Black Widow. Because she's the truth. If you watch the Avengers, you know she's the truth.
I've heard about her.
She'll do a thing or two. And she's rolling with them Avengers and she ain't even got no power.
Oh.
She's just a
So
normal...
she can summon power.
She can't summon nothing.
Oh.
She's just a normal human, but she's wicked.
Got friends in the right places.
She does her thing.
All right then. Esther.
So I'm picking Medea. Medea will whoop an ass.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I don't know the other characters. I will Black Widow. I do recognize Black Widow. So but she ain't got no power, so that's useless to me.
No, but she can fight really, really good.
Yeah, but we already got a fighter. Medea can fight. Need to diversify it.
Okay.
I will pick.
She said we've already got a fight.
I'll pick S. That Muhammad Ali. No, it wasn't. That was Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Can he fight? He can fight. I've heard good things about him.
You can rip off an ear.
Put it from here. Yes, I will get him, and then I would pick A.
It's like,
I don't know what it is.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Yeah, Bruce Lee. Then.
is that Karate Kid? No.
No, I don't think.
No,
it is.
Karate Kid's there though.
Yeah, he's there.
Which one?
H.
It's H.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking for Jaden Smith.
He's just him as an
Sorry,
adult.
that's
He's a
not
big
the
man.
character.
Oh, okay.
I only recognize Jaden Smith as the Karate Kid.
Crap.
And Prinny.
Okay, hear me out. So, I don't know half of these people, but I don't know the movie this guy's from, but the R, what's his name? I don't know.
Oh, John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick. Merely because
Oh, yeah, he'll do it. He'll
he
do
has
it.
Yeah.
all the blood. Like, he looks like he's still about it with all the wounds. So I need him on my team.
Yeah, he'll help you.
T is Scarface, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need him for that machine gun.
So you didn't know these people? Girl, you do know them.
No, some of them. I don't really watch movies. I don't have the concentration span. So Scarface, I need that machine gun. And then, who am I going to take? I'll take Jackie Chan. I think he's got it.
Yes.
He might. He do a backflip or something. I don't know. Something.
Could do his own stunts.
Yeah, with all three of them, I think. He's covered.
What about you, man? Yeah.
It's not a bad three, though.
This is easy, man.
Yeah.
Basically, I picked the same two Prinny said, plus Batman.
Wait, the first two.
Yeah, the first two, yeah. So Scarface, John Wick, and Batman. Everyone's got weapons. Because everybody else, I don't know why we're doing one-on-one with 50 ninjas.
I don't know why you're going to pick cocked up Tony Montana and think he's going to do.
No, we just need a machine gun. He can get rid of like 20 of them. He can get rid of 20 of them.
You're coming with shoot in the sky.
That's what he did.
That is crazy.
No. But if he dies...
These are ninjas, the experts in hand-to-hand combat.
Yes.
Oh, we're fighting ninjas.
Not guns and bullets.
Yeah.
They will
thought
get
you
disarmed.
John Wick 50
If you pick the
ninjas.
wrong person, if you pick the wrong person with their weapon, they're going to get
50
disarmed.
ninjas, I didn't even see
From that distance.
Distance. We don't know the parameters. We don't know the distance. They're ninjas. They move in silence. They're going to creep up on you.
All right. Let's round this up. So me, I think it's easy also. John Wick. I'm picking Batman. And I'm picking either Punisher or Statham. in one of his movies where he has weapons.
Who are these people?
Forget weapons.
No, you
Hitman,
can't forget weapons, 'cause you mentioned
Hitman punching
Exactly,
up.
You mentioned Batman.
Yeah.
He's not punching bullets.
Hitman's punching up
He's not punching
Statham
bullets.
and Punisher.
He's
He's
not punching
punching
bullets.
them up though.
He's
I'm
not
saying
punching
he's fisting them up
He's
though.
not punching bullets.
Yeah, but he was fisting them up.
This is your crazy. This is a crazy argument. Crazy. But
He will grab the gun and take the top off and then make the bottom drop out. Before he, you know that? And then the gun's just on the floor.
crazy. The reason why I put this up is because Steven said, right, that Tyson would mash up Batman. Is that accurate, Mags?
Mike Tyson
Yes.
would mash up Batman.
Yes.
What, no weapons?
Probably, yeah.
Whatever Batman has at his disposal against Tyson, a boxer, a puncher man.
No, I'm not even gonna lie, because even though it's all fake here, but I've seen they let Batman do his thing. I remember he was trained by Ra's al Ghul and them, and they like, and he's like, Batman does his thing. I think he might punch up Tyson still. I'm not gonna lie, like no, because Batman does his thing. They make Batman fight Superman, rude boy. Like allow it, What's man talking about?
100%.
I love when the Marvel boys get
I
in their
know.
Marvel bag.
But when you're in the ring, it's a different thing. You can't fly and jump off a corner thingies, whatever.
I hear it.
man. One round and Batman's getting laid out. One round.
I don't know, because I've seen Batman do some stuff, and I'm saying, if this wasn't his movie, yeah, he'd be finished, because this ain't making no goddamn sense. Like, Batman does his thing sometimes.
Putting him up against Superman is crazy.
It's crazy, isn't it? I've seen Batman do some stupid things. I'm saying they forget that this is just a human.
Yeah.
Like, this is a man. You get me? But yeah, if it's his movie, if it's in his movie, he's fisting him up.
For sure.
Yeah, trust.
But then again, Bane did break his back.
Yeah,
Bane did fist him up.
bro.
Even though he came back with a vengeance, Bane fists him up, made him like a proper lickle man.
That is true.
But would Bane be up Tyson?
No.
No?
Yeah.
In
Retweet.
in the octagon, yeah. But in the ring, no, Tyson's killing him.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Esther.
All right, like the video, guys. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.